coming. I'm coming, y'all. Fix this up. I'm coming. Working. I'm coming, y'all. Hold on. Are they working? Supposed to be working. Why you ain't working? Oh, I know why. I'm coming, y'all. Need my settings. Where's my settings? Right here. Alright. Alright, I got the. I'm trying to fix something. I'm coming. I'm trying Bluetooth on. Why is it not working? Well, this ain't working. Try it again. Why they playing? I'm coming. I'm trying to get this thing to work. It ain't working.
all the seeds.
Oh, there we go.
For the 3.5 days, please raise us again. Give me some time and be my friend. And walk in me, and then you see, do it again. Give me some time, and then you see, do it again. No fruits of our labor, only stolen husbands and wives. No strength in our hand, the lowest of mankind. Only defeat and fear for our lives. Now look at our strength as you rise up again. Give me some time, I'll be your friend, and then you'll see that victory will come again.
devil's a liar. I'm trying this out for the first time. The mic don't want to work. I'll just make like the mic is on.
And the kingdom of God is finally known, and the hearts of men are finally shown, and the hearts of men are finally shown. Yeah. Give me some time, I'll be your friend, and then you'll see that victory will come again. Give me some time, and then you'll see.
I'm gonna have to play that over. I'm just performing one song because I'm practicing. Because I'm gonna start performing outside. So I want to see how it works. It's my jukebox. I'll be having mini concerts.
Ships and the struggle going.
I gotta learn this song here.
Can we live again? So you was lonely. Ezekiel 37 is the answer is there. And there's a real for lost our memory. But remember us, O Lord, and forgive our sins. My heart decreases for all to see. But in 3.5 days, please raise us again. Give me some time and be my friend. And walk with me. And then you see, do it again. Give me some time, and then you see, do it again. No fruits of our labor, only stolen husbands and wives. No strength in our wind, the lowest of mankind. Only defeat and fear for our lives. Now look at our strength as you rise us again. Give me some time, I'll be your friend, and then you'll see that victory will come again. Give me some time, and then you'll see, do it again. And I cross a wooden stone, the streets of Bulgaria was the power learned. But now those days of idolatry are gone, and the Lion of Judah soon returns. And the kingdom of God is finally known, and the hearts of men are finally shown, and the hearts of men are finally shown. Yeah. Give me some time, I'll be your friend, and then you'll see that victory will come again. Give me some time, and then you'll see, we'll do it again.
Y'all want one more? Who want one more? We're gonna do one more. Let's see what else I got on here. Okay, we'll do that one. Then that's gonna be it. Hope I remember this one. Darn right, don't want work.
It is right to give praise and glory to God. It is right for all that we see. It is right to give praise and glory to God. It is right for the love He has given unto me. It is right, the mercy, the love, see, the blood that was shed, that was right. Yeah, the salvation, the justice, the way Yahuah, has led. It is right to give praise and glory to God. It's the heavens, the angels, the stones. It is right, it is right, it is right. The word, the life, the lamp, can be not alone. The grass, the flowers, the songs of Leah, the water, the power, the majestic.
I get tired now.
It is right to give praise and glory to God. It is right that the praise is just coming from me. It is right to give praise and glory to God. To Yahweh, all the glory be. It is right, the glory of God. It is right. The glory of God, it is right. The glory of God, it is
Alright, that's it. Ooh, I'll be right back. Woo. That's why I be on the treadmill. Before I could only sing one song before I got tired. Now I can sing two without getting tired. So I'm working on trying to sing up to 4 or 5 songs without getting tired. So now I know I can do 2. So I'm getting there. Okay, starting like the end of September, I'm gonna start doing concerts outside of different places. I got the idea because I seen this guy. He had this jukebox, and he was doing Michael Jackson songs. He was doing the moonwalk, and then I came home. It was like a month ago, and I prayed. I said, Daddy, I want to do some concerts like that in the parks, in the parking lot. And so then I started looking it up, and a lot of singers who start out like me. Well, I've been singing for almost 5 years, but I just never really promoted myself. But you know, so I'm like a new singer now because I'm promoting myself. And they sing in parks, parking lots, like, you know, Walmart parking lots, stuff like that. So I was like, so what kind of box is that? So the guy who does my music videos, he told me what kind of jukebox to buy. So I went to the store and got a nice one. It was normally almost $800, but they had it on sale, like almost like 35% off, right? So I got that, and then I had to get the wireless mic, but I don't know why the mic not working. It was working before. So sis, when you come over, we gotta find out why the mic wasn't working. If the mic would have been working, it would have been banging, man. Right? So now I can do 2 songs. So I'm working on being able to do 5. So when I'm on the treadmill, I be trying to sing while I'm on the treadmill. Because if you could sing on the treadmill, then that means you could sing while moving, you know? Yeah, I lost a lot of weight, but y'all know I had blood clots two times you know. So my lungs have recovered, but still I gotta get them back to how they was. So then, y'all like my performance? And y'all see my tan? Look, you see how golden I am? The sun, they made me 2 shades darker. Look, my hand is lighter than my face and my chest. You see? But I like it. It's nice and golden. It's nice and golden. I always get tans in the summer, and I always get gold, like gold from heaven. Yo, I'm only gonna show y'all a little bit. Hope y'all can see it. How my hair is growing. You see all that? That's hair right there, right? You see all that? You see? Y'all remember I ain't had no hair there. Remember that? My oil is working. I'm gonna start selling it. Well, actually, it's buttercream, but if you want to turn it into oil, all you have to do is put the jar. Oh wait, I brought some right here so I can show y'all. I'm not gonna be selling it though for till like the beginning of September because I have another oil. I handmade these oils, so I have another oil. It's in my pantry in a big jar, and it has my herbs in it. So you have to let it sit for like 3 to 4 weeks, so it could turn into the oil you want. And it's going to be a beautiful color. It's a natural color. It's no color in the oil. It's a natural color. It's a one-of-a-kind oil that I made. And now here's this one. Now, when I start selling it, it's going to come in the amber jar. But I put it in this jar. This is the first one. What did I name these? I named these. Hold on. Let me go get the sticker so I can tell y'all what the name of it is. I made the stickers too small, y'all. Look, you see how tiny it is, but can you see the name of it? The name of it is Elegance Rapid Yaw Hair Growth Oil. Elegance Rapid Yaw Hair Growth Oil, right? So if you keep it in your bathroom or in the refrigerator, it's gonna harden a little. But if you keep it like in your bedroom, on your dresser or chester, it'll still be like this but softer. But see, this is how the butter looks. See? All right? And so if you keep it in the refrigerator, it'll stay in butter form. If you wanted to turn it to oil, all you have to do is get a small pot, fill it up with some water, put this in it, and it'll turn into oil, and it'll stay oil for like 3 to 4 days if you like that oil content. Plus, I'm going to be sending little 1 ounce dropper bottles, so when you boil it into oil, you'll be able to take some out and put it in your little dropper bottle, right? But this is what it's going to come in. See? So it's going to come in, and this is 4 ounce, and I'm going to sell it for $30, and the other oil is going to be so pretty. I'm going to sell that for $30. So with so both of them with shipping and stuff, it's probably going to be like about $75, because it's probably going to cost me like $15-20 to send it to you, because that's 4 ounce, and the oil itself, that's not going to turn into cream. The other oil, that's going to be 4 ounce. So it's going to be like $15-20. So I'm going to charge probably like $75-80. Now, so the oil and the butter is only $30 each, but the ingredients is very expensive, guys. The ingredients have gone through the roof, right? So I could literally charge $50 a bottle if I mean, for the jar and for the bottle, but I ain't trying to break nobody's back right now. So they're only $30 each, but it's going to be $75-80 because of shipping. But I'm not going to be selling these things, the hair oils, until probably the 1st or 2nd week of October, because I got to give my oil with my herbs in it at least another 2 weeks to infused together. And I brought these pretty icy glass bottles so that you can see the color of the oil, right? So now, this oil that I just showed y'all, man, it grows your hair. I've been trying it out for 3 months. It really, really grows your hair. And you could put it in every day, or you could put it in at nighttime and put you like a plastic cap over your head if you want to. If not, it's just put your little silk scarf on, right? Also, look at this. I don't know if y'all could see, but I had like a burn on this side, and I got this long streak right here. I don't know if y'all could see it, but I had 2. And then I heard God as clear as day. He said, why don't you try your oil on your skin and see what happens? So I did, right? So I had 2 long marks here, and now 1 is still left, and you can barely see it. And see, I don't know if you can see him on this arm. Let's see if y'all can see. See that one right there? It's fading. And then I got one right here is fading. And then this one, can y'all see it? Hold on, where is that? Oh, it's right here. Right there. That one's faded, right? And look at my elbows. They were so dark. I don't know why your elbows get so dark, y'all, but they were black. I mean, why my elbows so black? I don't be on my elbows like that. And Pat be like, oh, it just happened. I'm like, the devil's a liar. So I started putting it on my elbows, and I had this scar right here from when I fell a couple of years ago, and it has lightened up. And look at my elbows. You don't see hardly no black. Look. You see hardly no black, right? So I haven't put it on my knees yet because my knees aren't that dark, but you know, they're a little dark. Sometimes your knees get a little dark. So after I finish doing my arms and my elbow, okay, and then I want y'all to see my eyebrows. You see, these are my eyebrows. This lady a week ago, she was like, where you get your eyes arched? I was like, I don't get my eyes arched. God don't like us plucking the eyebrows. She said, girl, your eyebrows look good. I said, that's my stuff. She was like, oh, you make products? I'm like, yeah. So it grew my eyebrows. You see how long they are? You see how long they are? This right here. Did all of this in 2-3 months now? Did all of that. And I remember this girl, I don't know if she still following me or not. And I think Jada could say it too, I'm not sure. But this other girl, she was like, Apostle, I see you making 2 new products, and they're going to be very successful. More successful than any of your products. And I'm like, what is she talking about? And that's it. And the other one that's doing, right? So you could use that for your hair. It's definitely for your hair, your eyebrows. You can even put a little on your face if you got dark spots on your face. This stuff will fade it. I'm telling you, within a month or 2, it will fade it. I'm telling you, it will fade it, right? And then you could put it on, and all you need is a little. You don't need a lot. This 4-ounce jar can last you a long time. All you need is a little, and it melts in your hand because of how I made it. And you just rub it where you need it. Now, it does have nuts in it. It has pumpkin seeds in it. So I have to tell y'all that it got pumpkin seeds in it in case you're allergic to pumpkin seeds. And then it has coconut in it, but it has 5 other ingredients that I don't have to tell you. They're proprietized. But it does have coconut in case you're allergic to coconut. And it does have pumpkin seeds. Pumpkin seeds is like sunflower seeds. They're in the same family. So if you're allergic to pumpkin seeds or any kind of seeds or coconut, then it's not for you. My other oil won't have any it won't have any seeds in it at all. So you'll be able to do that one. But this one has pumpkin seeds and coconut, and it has 5 other preparatory ingredients that I will not share, because those 5 are the expensive ingredients, right? So I'll be selling this one and the other one probably by the end of the first week of September, beginning of the second. And it's going to be about $75, $80 for both. And trust me, if you use just a little bit of this oil, just a little bit everywhere, that buttercream oil will last you for about two months, maybe 3 if you could stretch it. And the 4-ounce oil, the same thing. All you need is like a little drop, right? Look at my hands. like my knuckles, right? I started, like, the reason why it got on my hands, because you know how when you put it in your hands to rub it in, because, and listen, you have to rub it in your scalp. You just can't put it in your hand, leave it alone. You have to literally rub it in your scalp and on your edges for about 2 to 3 minutes, because that's what simulates the growth. Because I found out that I have going to the like the dermatologist, I found out that I have dead dormant cells. And what that is, like, I used to use glue in my hair. Like, I stopped using that glue in 2012 when God told me to come out of the weaves, right? So when you use that glue, and sometimes I would do it myself, and sometimes I would go to the beauty parlor, and when they take it out, it literally snatches follicles out your head. So the reason why my hair was growing all around here and not growing that much up here on my edges is because I used to have the glue come all the way to the edges. So what it did was it ripped out my follicles all around my edges and around here and there. So once your follicles are gone, your hair is dead in that area. It's never going to grow back unless you have like a hair transplant, which is very expensive. And then you got to have a lot of hair back here, because they take a whole section of your hair back here, and you bald for a long time. So your hair has to be able to cover that up for months to grow back. And then they'll put it up here, right? So that's the only way the follicles come back. So I was telling the lady, I was like, the devil's a liar. God knows every strand of hair on our head. So if he knows every hair on our head, that means he could grow our hair back. He raises people from the dead. He raised babies that come out stillborn and raise them. I said, so he can raise my hair back. And she's like, well, I don't know. I said, okay, when all my hair comes back, I'm going to send you a picture, and we're going to give God glory. She said, I pray so, right? So I was mad when I came home. So I was thinking, I was like, Daddy, what can I do to simulate my follicles? So he told me, he said, why don't you make you some hair butter and make you an oil? You know how to do that stuff. I just made me a new, well, y'all call it perfume, but I don't call it perfume. I call it sweet smelling spray oil. I just made one yesterday. It's called Fruity Heaven. Oh my goodness. I'm trying it out on myself, because that's going to be one of the products I start selling too. Eventually it's called Fruity Heaven. I know when Pat see me today, she gonna be like, oh, you smell so good. Because I just made it yesterday, right? Because I ran out of my other oil to spray on me. I still got some of Mama Roo, but I wanted something different, so I made that. So I came home, I made these oils a couple of months ago. I told y'all about it a couple of months ago, and I was going to tell y'all if it grew my hair. So I started taking my time, putting it in, and then rubbing my hair, and it's starting to grow. It's slow. You know, some people may grow fast, like my anointed oil. It grew a lot of people's hair, but it didn't grow my hair. Because some things that works for others may not work for you. You know what I mean? Because everybody is totally different. So when I started using that butter and then using the other oil and massaging it, I started seeing some growth here, and a little growth here, and a little growth back there. Like my hair was here, and now it's about here. It was here by my ear, and now it's about here, right? So now this butter oil and my other oil may grow some of y'all hair like real quick, whereas mine's grow slow because I had dead dormant follicles, meaning they was gone. It wasn't no root or nothing. But when you use certain hair products and you stimulate your own hair, you can get the follicles back. I did so much research on it. I could be a beautician by now, for real. I did so much research on it. And it's certain ways that you can bring them back. And you could definitely also do it through prayer. You know, you don't have to hide behind a wig. You don't have to hide behind a lace wig. You don't have to go get a hair transplant. You know, even men could use this, and it may take them a little longer because they bald headed, but they can still use it, and they'll start seeing hair coming back too. And I'm only saying this because it's the truth, because it worked for me. You know, you can't sue me now if you buy it and it don't work for you. You can't sue me. You can't come from me because I ain't sent for you and I gotta send you back. I'm just letting you know what it has done for me. I am a spokeswoman for myself, but I'm telling you, it's gonna work for Anybody that buys it, it's probably going to work. I'm not giving you a guarantee, but I'm telling you, if it worked for me and my dead dormant follicles, and you may not have no dead dormant follicles, your hair just may be dry or brittle or shedding. And when you get in your 40s and 50s, sometimes your hair starts shedding. And we usually lose 100 strands of hair a day. Now let me tell you something. Every day I used to comb my hair, a whole bushel of my hair would come out. That's because my follicles were dying. Now when I comb my hair, sometimes none comes out or a little comes out. A little. Probably like 25 strands. No more 100 strands a day. No, like I used to go comb my hair and it would just fall. And I would be crying. I'm like, Daddy, it's true. What you do in your youth can affect you in your older years. And I used to put that glue in my hair for like 14 years and now it's affecting me bad. You know what I mean? And even if you got, like the dermatologist said I had traction alopecia. What is traction alopecia? I looked it up. It's when you put all them weaves. Well, now people use lace fronts mostly now. But back in the day when you get your hair braided and they sew the string in it, then they sew the hair in it. Or if you get it glued in, right? And I used to like to wear my hair blonde and burgundy. So I had pigmentation in my skin. So when I would try and dye my hair blonde, it would come out brunette or red. So then they would have to put a tinner and then bleach it so it would become blonde. So I'm burning my follicles, right? I did all these terrible things to my hair and didn't know it. And I had beautiful hair. Y'all seen the picture of it? I put it up on Facebook last year, a year ago. I think I took it down. It was like down to here, right? And I'm just dyeing it. And then when I started modeling for Barbizon Modeling School, when they was around, you know, they would put hair pieces in our head. So I started going to get the weaves and stuff, and I just messed up my beautiful hair. And my baby hair was so thick, it was ridiculous, right? So I just really messed my hair up, and I really killed my hair follicles. So starting from 2014 all the way up to this year, it's just been shedding because the follicles have shut down. They have died. So once your follicles shut down and die, your hair starts to shed. Your hair starts to come out. And eventually I would have been bald. Buke in Jesus' name. If I didn't make all those hair products, you know, because they was working for a lot of people and they was working for me, but not as much as it was for a lot of y'all, because I got a lot of testimony, especially the chili oil. That worked for a lot of people, but it didn't work for me, right? So I was like, even the anointing oil didn't work for me, right? And I'm like, God, I got to make something that worked for me. I can't keep making products and it's working for everybody else but me. You know, so he gave me some ideas and some oils, and these oils have gone up, man, right? And I was like, Daddy, I want to make something that's a butter, but then you can put the jar in the water and make it into oil. So he taught me how to do that. He making me like a hair chemist. Right? Then I was like, Daddy, I want to make a oil that has a different color. He taught me what herbs to get, right? So I'm like, ooh. Right? So that's how they came up. So I'm so happy and excited. Finally, I have 2 products that works for me. Grew my eyebrows, some of my baby hair. It's still, you know, it's still a work in progress up here, but I'm starting to see some hair come in here because it was like literally bald hair, guys. I mean, you could bald, but now it's some hair there. You could still see my scalp a little here, but it's some hair there. Before it was just bald, just nothing. I'm telling you. And y'all know my edges. I didn't have nothing on my edges. Y'all know that because I used to wear ponytail back in the day. And y'all, when I first came here six and a half years ago, right? So, and then I didn't have no hair here on the sides, and now I got hair growing there, right? So I would give myself like another 6 months to a year before I like fully have what I want here. You know what I mean? But I'm still gonna cover my hair when I'm preaching and stuff, right? So traction alopecia comes from when you put weaves in your hair, and especially glue, dye, and bleach. It kills your follicles. You ladies who are dyeing your hair, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Don't do that. Don't dye your hair, because that dye is messing you up. Like I would like No, I ain't even gonna say it. I ain't gonna say what God told me, because then y'all gonna go and do it. So I ain't gonna say it. But don't dye your hair. Don't use those chemical dyes, those temporary dyes. Don't do it, because that's what's messing up your hair. And it may not be messing up your hair now, but when you get older, like me, you're gonna pay for it. Don't be putting them weaves in your hair. Now the lace front, that glue that they put around here can affect your edges all around here, because that's where they be putting the glue at, right around here. Then they got some lace front wigs where they got this big old piece of plastic that they put on your head, right, and they sew the hair into that. But then they got to glue that. I seen it on YouTube where they shaving the lady's hair. They have a little hair and they're shaving it and putting this adhesive. They call it adhesive, but it ain't nothing but glue. It's just not black glue like back in the day, right? And sometimes they shave their hair and they put all of this glue here and all of this around here, and they call it adhesive. And then they put the plastic thing on their head with the wig so it can stick. And it look like it's coming out of their scalp, y'all. It look better than these lace fronts you could buy in the store. But these are more expensive that I saw on YouTube, because I was doing research about hair, so I wanted to learn all I could learn, right? And they could do whatever they want, but see, they was getting their hair shaved so the glue could stick. What's the purpose of that? You know, it's like you giving up on your hair, you know, and it's somebody else's hair, although it's human hair, and although you bought it and it now belongs to you, but it didn't grow out your head. And then all those generational curses that come with that hair. You can't break those generational curses that come with that hair. Why? Because you're not in that lineage. You're not in that lineage. And a lot of their hair come from China, Asian origin, India. And you know India, they got like 5 million guys, and they be throwing their hair at them guys. And then you want to go and buy it and put it on your head so you can feel better. Yes, hair is our glory. And hair does make or break sometime a person's confidence. You know, some women out there, they just straight up bald-headed. Some women just shaved all their hair off and they embrace their bald-headedness. And I think that's a beautiful thing if that's what they're going to do, right? But we all supposed to have hair, because God, it says in the Bible, God knows every strand on our head. And I seen God Yahuah and the Ruach, and they got long hair. Okay. And I see myself, and many of y'all that had dreams of me and see me in the spiritual room with hair down my back. Okay, so we got hair in the spirit room, so we could just be like, God, can we have some of that hair back? You know, but some people got to work at it. Some people hair grow fast. Some people like me got to work at it, because I did a lot of damage to my hair. So if you're a person that was like me, putting weaves in, glue, coloring, tinting, bleaching, your hair coming out, falling out, I got something for you. So it'll be out like the first week or second week of September. And it's probably going to be like $75, $80, because it's $15, $20 to send it to you, because I did my research. Okay. And it's worth it. And it could last you anywhere from 2 to 3 months. All you have to do is use a little. You don't need to use a lot. You know, you can take a little of the buttercream and a little of the oil, mix it together. And it don't take a lot, y'all, because it's that potent and that powerful. Okay. All right. So now let me tell you about the anointing oil. Then I'm going to tell you what I came here for. Okay. All right. So I am selling these now, but I will not be mailing them out until the first target 10 people. Now it's a limited supply. Very limited. I made like 18 of these and 10 of these, right? And I think my oil, I got about 10 more bottles out of it, maybe 6 or 10 more bottles out of that oil over there, and then that's gonna be it. So right now I got 18 of these made. This is a 6.5 ounce bottle. So to get this with shipping and handling, I'm selling these for $30. So with shipping and handling, send me about $45, $47 to be on the safe side. $45, $47 for this one bottle. Now, if you order a second bottle, it'll be $30, and the extra shipping is on me, and you'll get this big 8 ounce of holy water. This water been sitting on my altar for a long time. This oil, I sat it on the altar for like a whole week. And I still got more holy water on this. So this is free if you get 2. So to get one is $45 to $47. depending, if you send 45, hopefully that's enough. If it ain't, I'm gonna let you know, and you'll send the extra $2. So to be safe, send 47 for one. Then if you want two, the extra one is $30, right? And I will eat the extra couple of dollars for that. And then you get this. You don't get this with one. You get this with two, right? Two. Or if you want to order three, the second and third one is $30, and I eat the shipping because it'll be a couple of more dollars, and you get one of these for free. If you only order one, you don't get this. All right. So Alicia, put up my Gmail, my Glory Gmail, because when you go to PayPal, you would put in and I found out that y'all should put in friends and family, because if you put in product, no, if you put in you buying something, then I would have to go in PayPal and put in all this information on every order, and I'm not trying to do that. So just put it in friends and family. Y'all know I'm very honest. Many times people didn't get their products, and I ate it, and I sent them the product, or I sent them their money back. So y'all know I wouldn't cheat y'all. So you would put friends and family, but put in the PayPal box, this $47 is for one bottle of oil, or this $77 is for 2 bottles of oil and water, right? So it's going to be $77 for 2 bottles of oil and water, and $47 for one bottle. Now, if you want a third bottle, that would be $87.97, $107. And then you would get the free Holy Spirit water. So use the Gmail. Is Alicia here today? Hold on. I don't know if she's here today. Wait. Alicia, are you here? Alicia. Because I think she the only one that knows the I can't see with these things. I clean it. I think she the only one that knows it. Is she here today? Y'all, is Alicia here today? Alicia, if you here, say something. Because I'm talking to you, and I don't even know if you here. She might not be here, y'all. And I'm gonna look up my Gmail. Hold on. Because I don't know if she here or not. She is at doors? Oh, doctors. Okay, darn. On the day I need her, she ain't here. Let me see if I can find my Gmail myself. Hold on. Because I should be able to search it. When I need my assistant, she ain't here. Hold on. Oh, here it is, y'all. It's Glory, Glory. Somebody type it in for me. It's Glory, because I got like 7 of the moderators. James, Marcus, somebody. It's GLORYOILSANDHAIR products, PRODUCTS @gmail.com. So it's Glory Oils with an S and AND hair HAIR products with an S @gmail.com. That's where y'all will go when y'all go to PayPal. Go to friends and family, put in my email, it'll come up, and then in the description box, put this is for the oil. Put your address, put your first name, your address, your zip code, and your phone number in case I need to reach out to you. If you see a number that says block number, it probably could be me. All right, so make sure you put your full name, full address, zip code, phone number. I have to repeat these things because some of y'all is just stuck on doofus. Like, because the last time I was selling stuff, I was like, I can't believe people won't even leave their address. I was like, Daddy, they stuck on doofus. And y'all know I'm real and raw. And I said it. And I said, forgive me for calling them doofus, Daddy, but they stuck on doofus. A spade is a spade. So make sure you put your I'm saying it again, full name, full address, full zip code, and phone number if I need to reach out to you. And then you can put in this is for 1 bottle or 2 bottles or 3 bottles. Yeah. And when I get 10 orders, which hopefully will be before Monday, I'll be mailing them out next Tuesday. Because I'm not going to be running crazy to the post office. I'm just not going to do that. Not now. Not going to do that. Not going to do that. Yeah, I got a new website, but I'm having a hard time making it. I'm gonna have to hire somebody to do it for me. The place where I got the website from, they have website developers, but it runs from 600 to $1,000. That's why I was trying to do it myself, because I got like 10 pages on it. I got a page where I could put videos. I got a page where I could put up free ebooks, or if you want to, or some I'll sell for like $2.99, $10. And then I got the about page. I got like a lot of pages. It's really nice, and it costs some money every month to have it. But I'm gonna have to cough up at least 600, $800 for them to build it, because I can't do it. It's too hard. Like, I built my blogs before. I built other websites, but this one is a very professional one because I have to pay for it, and I had to get a new what do you call those things? It's for the ministry name. What do you call them? URLs, because the other one I had expired, so I had to get new ones. So I was like, Daddy, I'm gonna have to cough up 600 to $800. So I started praying. I'm just waiting for him to give it to me, and he's gonna give it to me, because I got bills with my other stuff, right? And so probably by the end of the month, next month, I'm going to have somebody build it for me, and then I'll give it to y'all. It's going to be my ministry site. It's going to have a page if people want to invite me. It's going to have a page if you want to lead prayer, you want a prayer request. It's going to have about 10 to 11 pages, and I'll be able to upload personal videos, or videos I download, because I download a lot of my videos from YouTube, and I download my videos from Facebook. I'll be putting them on there. So it's going to be a beautiful site once somebody do it for me. Because I can't. I try, and I know God was like, she ain't gonna do it. She can't do it. She gonna be coming and praying to Papa, give me some money so I can pay for my website. Look, the money I make from this oil, hopefully I sell all these 15 bottles, and the rest of them I got left, and that could be at least 60% of it. So y'all buy my 15 bottles, and then I think I got like 6 or 8 more left, and that'll help pay toward my website. Or if somebody want to donate, y'all know I don't normally ask for money, but I need this website done. So if somebody want to donate, y'all know where to donate. Cashapp, $yahuahelohim, or y'all can go to www.getthat's2-7.com, or Prophetess Rosalind Solomon.blogspot.com, or mail it to Prophetic Voice of Yeshua's Ministry, P.O. Box 1473, Fayetteville, Georgia 30214. Links is under my videos. And say, Apostle, this is to help you pay for your website, because they had one that was 600, then they had one I think was 800 or 900, then they had one that was 1,000. And I want to get the one that's 1,000, because it got everything. It has the code, so I can't get hacked. Because my last site, they tried to hack it, and I took it down. And I built that one myself, and I didn't have to pay but $20 a month. This one here is $64 a month, because I got all that stuff on it, right? So it gets encoded. They watch it for you. I get support. They take care of everything for me. If I want to change something on it, all I gotta do is reach out to them, and they'll do it, no charge. You know what I mean? And I already got my URL paid for that. I already got that. You can pay for that every year, every 2 years. So it's going to be a beautiful site once it gets done. So if y'all want to help the ministry out to do that, I would appreciate that, and God will bless you. All right. So I'm trying to clean these glasses, guys, so I could see really good, because I'm going to be leaving soon. Let me see. I can't. What's wrong with this thing? I can't. Okay, if y'all see me squishing my eyes, because these things is too little. So this is what I can tell you. Let me look at my phone. So I got something in my phone. Hold on. I'm gonna be getting on the group. I haven't been in the group in a week. Yeah, I'm sorry. But when y'all leave prayer requests, I get it through a notification, and I read it, and I pray right then and there. Seriously. So all the prayer requests, all the God bless you's Apostle, all the grand rising Apostle, I done got it all the dream interpretations, I done pray, right? But people on the in the group can answer your dream interpretation. But if you put only Apostle Rosalind Solomon, they're not gonna touch it, right? And I might not get to it for a couple of days, and like I haven't been in there in a week. You know, you might have need your dream answered right away. So only when you want a word from me, you would put, I want to receive a prophetic word from Apostle Rosalind Solomon only. That's fine. But if you got a dream, don't put only Apostle Rosalind Solomon answer, because the rest of them ain't gonna help you interpret your dreams. And I've been watching them interpret each other's dreams, and they do a good job. Some of them do a good job, right? So if you need your dream interpreted right away, don't put only Apostle Rosalind Solomon, because Apostle Rosalind Solomon might not show up for a week, a couple of days, and you might need it right away, and they're not going to touch it out of respect because you put it for me, right? Only do prophetic words that way. Just be like, this, I want a prophetic word, and this is, and only Apostle Rosalind Solomon can answer. They won't touch it. But if you put Grand Rising, hello, whatever, I had this dream, whoever can help me, please help me. And if Apostle can help me, fine. But if not, whoever can help me, help me. Else, your dream might not get answered for a couple of days to a week, because I haven't been in there for at least a week. I just haven't, because I don't know, God been like letting me sleep a lot. Like I've been going out and stuff and exercising, but he been putting me to sleep, you know. But then last night I stayed up late so I could pray at the midnight hour. But lately I've been going to bed like 9-10 o'clock, sometime 11 o'clock. Or I'll take a nap. It'd be 7 o'clock, and I'll take a nap till 10. Then wake up, talk to him, and then get on Instagram and watch the funny videos, or go on Facebook and watch my little short movies. And then I'll watch for an hour or two. Then it'd be midnight, and then I'll pray again and I'll go to sleep. But he been having me rest, you know, a whole lot in the past week. And I really needed it. I really needed it, because sometimes I'll stay up. Sometimes I'll take a nap and I'll get up and then I'll pray. And then it could be like 12:30, 1 o'clock, and then I want to pray again. I got an unction to pray at 3 a.m. and I'd be struggling to stay up. And I'll watch the Bible channels, like Word Network or something like that. I'll watch that, and I'll be falling asleep, but I'll be hustling. I'll be trying to stay up. Then when the alarm go off at 3, I'll be praying, and then I'll pray till 4. Then I go to sleep. And then I'll wake up like 8, 9 o'clock. And then my whole day, I'm like, Pat was like, you sure is sleeping a lot today. I was like, well, I stayed up till 3 a.m. to pray this, and I only got like 5 hours of sleep. She's like, oh. And then the next night, I wound up going to sleep at 8, 9 o'clock because I had stayed up. So I have been doing that a lot for months. And it caught up to me. It really caught up to me, because I really just like to spend time with God. And I know 12 a.m. and 3 a.m. are some good hours to pray, but I couldn't do it. I only did it one time this week. I couldn't do it. So he been having me sleep a lot when I do come home. Instead of, like, I haven't been on my desktop in a week. I have not been on my desktop in a week. And I'm usually on my desktop at least once out of a week. Well, I ain't been on it in a week. I haven't even been on my Apple phone in a week. It don't went dead. I gotta charge it. And I keep getting notifications from TikTok, right? So I had to rest, y'all. So that's why I haven't been in the group. But I've seen everything, and the stuff that needed to be prayed for, I prayed. And whoever needed their dream interpreted, I prayed that God would give them an answer, or that somebody else. So from now on, if it's just a dream interpretation, don't put, I want Apostle Rosalind Solomon to answer, because they're not going to touch it. So don't do that. Just be like, I would like someone to help me interpret my dreams. If Apostle does it, fine. If not, whoever can do it. Now, if it's a prophetic word, you would put, this is only for Apostle Rosalind Solomon. I want a prophetic word. They won't touch it. All right? Because I told y'all, I told y'all I wasn't going to be in there every day. That's why I allow y'all to interpret each other's dreams. Now, if it's a prophecy word, I think I got 1 or 2 in the past week. I didn't even pray to God about that. I just asked him to answer them and help them until I could get there. You know, so I plan on either tonight or tomorrow night going on there and looking at the couple of prophecy words that people want. And and look at some of the dreams, because I know it's quite a few of those, and look at those either tonight or tomorrow night. All right, so now, a couple of days ago, I had a vision about Coinbase, right? It was a weird vision. Like, I saw Coinbase. It said Coinbase 2. It looked like a coin, like a crypto coin. But y'all know the, what is it, the UST or USTC, the vision that I had last year, that they was going to repeg it, and they're working on that, and hopefully it'll be repegged before the year is out. It looked like that coin, but on the coin, it was pretty though. It looked like the repeg for the UST or USTC that's attached to Luna Classic and Lunk. It looked just like that. But on the front of the coin, it had Coinbase 2. So I asked God, I was like, what does that mean? And he said to me that Coinbase was going to carry the US, I think it's USTC or UST, you know, the one they're going to repeg. He said as soon as they repeg it, Coinbase was going to carry it. And then after that, shortly after that, they were going to carry Luna Classic. And I think Lunk. So basically, the reason why Coinbase and maybe a few other platforms have not carried Luna Classic and Luna, what is it, Luna 2, is because there's no repeg. There's no repeg, y'all. That's why they're not carrying it. It may need, the repeg may need to happen in order for them, for Coinbase, cause I got some free Lunic from when I had Lunic Wormhole, and they stopped selling the Lunic Wormhole, and I had to take it off. And then next thing you know, last May, a year ago, I looked and I had some free one, right? And so every time I try to send it to my brother, it'll say error, cannot send, does not have a, hold on, let me tell you what it say. And it's gonna make sense to y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna try it because I want to tell y'all exactly what it says when I try and send it to my brother. Oh, no, that's not it. It's this one. Where is it? Oh, right there. Okay, I gotta scroll down. Man, why the coins ain't popping? Ain't that Shibarian supposed to be coming out today? Why ain't those like Sheeb and all of that popping? They like going down. What's up with that? Is Shibarian not coming out today? Did they change the date again? Where's those free Lunix at? Oh, here it is. Okay. So watch. I'm going to try and send it. It says send error, unable to determine fee. So what that means is the reason why they can't determine the fee is because they don't have what do you call it? I'm just going to say migration. They haven't migrated it into their platform. And I think the reason why they haven't migrated it into their platform because they want it to be pegged to USTC because that's what it was pegged to before. So I saw the coin. It looked like the UST or the USTC. Then it had Coinbase 2. So it was 2 in 1. So Coinbase is going to come out with their own coin in the future. When, I don't know. And they're going to carry the UST or USTC once it's repegged. And then that's when they're going to carry Luna Classic and Lunk, Luna 2. Because it's the repeg will happen. So it'll be easier. Now, I don't know much about their technology, but from what I was getting from God, it'll be and this is not financial advice, nor am I a guru or money manager. So do not go and run and buy Lunic or Classic or USTC. That's between you and God, right? I plead the fifth. But from what God was telling me is when they repeg that UST or USTC, whichever it's called, Coinbase is going to pick it up again like they did the XRP. And when they do that, I don't know how soon after. It could be right away. It could be a month or two, a couple of months. I don't know how long. But they're going to start carrying Luna Classic, and Lunk, which is Luna 2. And I believe when that happens, like all the other few platforms that don't have the Lunic yet, or the Luna Classic, they're gonna pick up the repeg too, and they're gonna start carrying it, and that's what's gonna take it through the roof. Because I've had multiple visions of Luna Classic going through the roof. I even seen Yahuah trying to destroy all the other altcoins and stable coins and Mimi and swamp coins, and then Luna Classic came up like the sun. Whoosh! And he looked at it and he couldn't stop it, and he was mad. So he started trying to beat up the other coin. And that, just like, remember I told you, I saw she, June 2021, I saw she just go skyrocketing. And I saw Dogecoin, it was the lowest it's ever been, and it stayed that way. And then she go through the roof October 2021. It hasn't Dogecoin, it's the lowest it's ever been for like 21 months now. That prophecy came to pass, right? So I seen that Luna Classic, it skyrocketed. I mean, it was like the sun. It was yellow and blue, you know, like the Luna Classic, right? And it just took off, and it just kept going. I didn't even see where it stopped. And Yahuah was so mad because he couldn't stop it. And then remember I had the dream with the big fat black lady. She wasn't black. She was dark, like she didn't have no face, but she had this big old ponytail like a musu, you know, those Asian fighters, they real chunky and fat. That's how big she was. And she was beating the crap out of Luna Class. I mean, she was like, push, and he kept trying to get away from her, and he couldn't, right? And she was, I don't know why it was a she. I knew it was a she, though. And she would just beat. So, like, the first time she started beating him, and I called Luna a he, because it was a he in the vision, right? So she would beat, right? And he tried to get away the first time, he couldn't. She grabbed him again. She started beat. Second time he tried to get away, he couldn't, right? She grabbed him again. He was a skinny little son too. She grabbed him again. Beat, right? But the fourth time he grew wings. He got muscles. He got big. He got as big as her, and he took off running. He took off running. I had that last April. Took off running, and so I was like, "Wow, Daddy!" I was like, "They gonna beat Luna Classic and Lunk to the pulp. They're going to beat that coin down. And people are going to believe that coin is not going to go anywhere." And he said, "You're absolutely right." I said, but on the fourth try, fourth in the spirit realm, I don't know, could be 3 tries, 5 tries, 6, 7 tries, I don't know, right? But I said, but on the fourth try, it grew wings, it got big, as big as her, and it took off. So when it took off, I knew what that meant. And the reason why it got so big and got wings is because that coin is going to be worth a lot of money in the future. It's going to make millionaires. And he took off running and never looked back. So that means when it starts taking off, it ain't going to go back to these all-time lows unless the market falls. And even if the market fall, by the time the market fall, let's say Luna Classic go to $1, right? Just saying, or $2, right? And the market fall, it may only fall like bone, like 50 cent, 55 cent. You know what I mean? Or like, what's some of them other coins? Internet computer, it might fall 25 cent. It'll never be the all-time lows that it has now, and it won't have all those zeros, right? So I've been listening to Brother Johnny, because basically Currency 365, because basically really the only one that's really been breaking down the Lunic. I mean, and Matthew Perry, he's been breaking it down a little bit, but outside of those two, I don't really hear anybody really breaking it down. And they're not, they talk about it, but they're not breaking it down. But Matthew Perry and Currency 365, Brother Johnny, he really breaks it down. He has a heart for that Lunic Classic and Lunk and UST. So he breaks it down. So I've been listening to his videos when I can. Sometimes I'll be binging on his videos. I'll be like, "Dad, he got like 10 videos I missed." So I'll be trying to watch it, right? And some of them be long. I don't watch his Iraq dinar stuff, because them things is just too long. And then I noticed he put a video up there about prophecy I said that came to pass, and he was breaking that down, right? So I've been listening to his Lunic Lunic videos when I can, and sometimes I'll binge on them just so I can watch them all. I'll sit there for like an hour, like after I pray, and try and watch them. I'll be skipping in them, trying to get the info. And from what I heard him say is they have voted to send 800 million of it to the burn pool, and if they would do that, it would bring it, it would repeg. But he says all of these validators and stuff, they're not doing it, and he thinks that they're waiting for it to be repegged, because it's gonna be repegged regardless. It's just not gonna happen as fast because they're not burning it, right? And he was like, oh, they waiting for it to repeg to $1 so they could dump it. You know, so basically what he's saying is they trying to hold it so they could try and get some of it, right? So like for the past 3 months, I've been listening to him about that. And I'm like, Daddy, look at all these fights they having. Even the lunar community was fighting, validators fighting. Even Jesus is Lord. You don't hear from him anymore. It's like he kind of gave up, and he shouldn't have, because I had that vision about him, right? And so I'm like, Daddy, look at all this fighting they doing over this coin. I said, that's the vision. And see, the reason why the lady was so big in the dream, because it represents a community of people. That's what she was huge. So it represents a community of people that's going to be fighting, that was fighting against the Lunar Classic and the Lunar Coin 2.0 and the repay. And it's coming to pass. If it wasn't for Brother Johnny telling us and breaking it down, I would never know that it's coming to pass, right? So I said, God, are we on the fourth leg, the fourth try? Like how the Lunar Classic grew wings and got big on the fourth try? And he said, yes, we're on the last fight, like the fourth try, where he grew wings and he got big. And he took off. We're on that. So it can happen between now and the end of the year, or now and begin, definitely before March is out of next year. It should repay. I'm not saying God said March. I'm just saying from what I feel in my spirit. And y'all know usually when I feel stuff in my spirit, it usually comes to pass because it is God. So I'm thinking between now and the end of the year, and between now and hold on, y'all. Between now and next year, I mean, cause keep itching there. Hold on. I don't know why I keep itching there. I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all like Apostle? I'm like, sorry, it itch, right? I ain't gonna try and be all cute and be, you know. So I feel in my spirit between now and the end of December, or definitely before March is up, that USTC will repeg. That's a spiritual. That's not financial advice, nor guru, money maker, none of that. It's spiritual. Okay? So y'all ain't gonna come for me because I ain't sent for you, and I'll have to send you back. Okay? I was watching this funny video on Instagram real quick, right? Side note. I think something happened, like road rage, right? So they both pulled over. So these two Asian men got out of the one car, right? And he had a hammer. Then the other Asian man, he was all tiny, right? He was like, wait a minute. Wait, I'm coming. Wait. I said, Daddy, he gonna get a gun. I said, he gonna have a shotgun. He went in his car and pulled out a machine gun. They took off. I was like, Daddy. He said, wait a minute. I'm coming for you because I didn't call you, but I'm about to send you back. He took that gun out. You should have seen how fast them Asian men ran in the car and took off. Oh, I was crying. It was so funny. I be sending it to some of the people who follow me. I be sending funny videos, and they're like, Apostle, you have such a beautiful sense of humor. You made my day. You made me smile. They be like, I was crying, I was feeling depressed, and you sent me this, and that just made me laugh. That's why Daddy had me share my humor with people, and because it makes them laugh. And then sometimes I put them on Facebook, and they'll be like, Apostle, you was too much. I was like, I love humor. I do. I love to laugh. And I love humor, and I want other people to laugh too. I want other people to share into happiness. I want other people to share in laughter. And I learned a long time ago. My grandma told me when I was a little girl. I think I was like 14 years old, and she told me, she said, one of the best things you could do in life is love God, love the Holy Spirit, and love Jesus, And you want to know what else you could do? That's the best thing in life. She said, make other people smile. And that stuck with me. And I'll be outside and people just look at me and they smile at me and I smile back. They tap me, especially old white folks. I don't know why. They'll tap me and they're like, oh, you smell so good. Oh, I love your little Cartiers. I love your dress. And oh, they just love my hair pieces. White people just love these. Blacks too, brown people too, but white folks, Pat, say, oh, I love your hairpiece. You're so pretty. You're so beautiful. And they just be tapping me, and I'll be like, push. Anybody who tap me, I don't care what color it is, push. You know, they be stopping me in the grocery house, talking to me, and Pat be just like, she just be standing there, just as patient, just watching. And then sometimes I'll be shopping, and then she down the road, she's talking to people. I'm like, here she goes. She talking to people. So I just be all around the store. Then when she finished talking, she like, Apostle, where you at? I'm like, you was talking. So I had to do what I had to do. I ain't gonna stand there and wait. I'm gonna finish shopping. You'll catch me. You know what I mean? You'll catch me. Chop, 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 chop. Time is of the essence. Time waits for no one. All right, so let me give y'all what I got on my phone. Hold on. Oh, thank you. Oh, who sent me that? Aaron? And then somebody from 880 Studio. And Kenneth Robertson. And I can't say that name, but God bless y'all all for sending me Cashapp. Glory to God. I'm gonna use that money toward my computer. Like you really can't Cash App me for the oil, because in Cash App y'all can't put your address unless you Cash App me for the oil, and then you go to my glory oils and hair products at gmail.com and say, Apostle, I just Cash Apped you X amount of money for the oil. Here's my full name, address, and zip code, phone number. You could do it like that. Because if you don't go to Gmail and send me your address and stuff, I ain't sending you jack, right? Now, if you do it through PayPal and you don't put your address and stuff in there, and you put your phone number in there, I will call you, but I'm going to block that sucker. And I ain't calling you for nothing. No prophecy, no nothing. Just about your order. You know, but yeah, so... And if I get too many where you're not putting your info in there and just your phone number, I'm not gonna call you, and your oil ain't gonna get to you, and I'll just have to refund you. Because see, people tricky. They'll try that. They'll like, okay, I ain't gonna put my address in there. She'll call me. Nah, don't do that, boo. You get your feelings hurt, and you might not get your oil. So don't do that. I'm letting you know. Don't do that. Don't be trying to trick Apostle, because Daddy don't like that when you try to trick his children. Okay, now Mexico is about to have some quakes. Mexico, right? Alaska, we're going to hear about some type of destruction coming to Alaska. We're going to start hearing about the glaciers melting. Now, y'all know in my prophecy book that's on Barnes and Nobles, I talk about glaciers melting, right? And we're going to hear, and they're already melting, but we're going to hear about them melting more. China and Egypt and Russia and the geyser, oh my gosh, they're going to be on fire. Such a huge warning coming to those lands. China, Russia, Egypt, and geyser. Oh my goodness, they going to be on fire. Woo! Such destruction coming to them places, right? And Israel, I already told you about them. Massive war coming to them. I already told you about that. Massive war. I mean massive. And Russia's behind it, but they ain't going to know that. Massive. God showed me them going through tunnels over there. Do you know? I've been to Israel. Y'all know that, right? But do you know they got a lot of underground tunnels in Israel? A lot. And they were going through the tunnels, just setting up stuff to start blowing up Israel. Israel is about to get it. And leadership is going to be changing there. And leadership is going to be changing. Matter of fact, around the world, we're going to see, of course, we're going to see it here soon. But leadership is going to be changing in different places. And guys, put your seatbelts on. Because next year, the year before the election, you think they done indicted Mr. Man 4 times? They just indicted his butt down here in Georgia. I'm like, what? He ain't been to prison yet. He ain't going. and neighbor, because God said he going to get all of his in the afterlife. But do you think you seeing some stuff? You see, watch my finger. Do you think that you seeing something now? Wait till 2024 come. Oh my goodness, it's going to be off the chain. It's going to be off the chain with this election. Off the chain. You ain't seen nothing like it. Oh my goodness, it's going to be terrible. They slinging mud, slinging pig feet, slinging all kinds of stuff. You going to see it. You'll be like, it's going to make some people not even want to vote. But because people really love the T, y'all know who the T is that's getting indicted everywhere. Because people love him, and then God said the more they indict him and the more they do to him, the more people going to turn to vote for him. So they doing him favors. They helping him. You got Democrats changing over to Republicans for him. You got liberals changing over to him. You got people who don't even vote changing over to him to vote. What? When in history have you ever seen a president be indicted 4 times and running for president? When have you ever in history? Our ancestors ain't never seen nothing like this before. 4 indictments and still running for president? What? It ain't been to jail not one time? What? This is history making. And I told y'all this was coming. So those of you out there who've been calling me a false prophet, you're eating Oreo cookies right now. Because Daddy has really proven me over the years. Matter of fact, you know what? I can't get you no Oreo cookies because they got satanic emblems inside on the cookie. But I can get you some wafers so you can choke on those. All right. So also the Lord said, I think I told y'all this before, but he said it to me again. Recompense. He just kept giving me the word recompense. Like he told me a lot of our enemies are under judgment as we speak. Some may know it, some may not. But anybody that has ever gone against you, made video about you, wrote about you, whatever they did, attack you, witches coming in the spirit realm, and they still could be attacking you. You know what I mean? Stuff could still be out there like me. If they don't, they're under judgment. But if they don't repent, you want me to really say this? He said a lot of people, enemies, are about to leave this earth because he has given them time after time after time to repent for messing with you and others. And they have not relented, nor have they repented. So he showed me an hourglass. It was filled at the top. Then it was turned over again and again and again. Now the hourglass is almost running out. So if you see or hear of anybody dropping dead around you that made themselves an enemy to you, you'll know why. And Daddy said have no sympathy for them. Because they will go where they go and they will have to come back again. But you could pray and say, God, when they reincarnate, may you bless their lives. May you bless their destinies. May they come to you in that life. May they live for you so they can make it to you in that life. So they don't have to repent again. But he said, don't feel sorrowful and no sympathy if you hear of anyone who died. Like in the past 2 months alone, 2 people who were my enemies have died. One I spoke about, y'all know about, and it's sad, you know, and I pray for both of them to make it in their next lives. Do we want anybody to die? No, I'm like Daddy. I don't want my enemies to die unless it's absolutely necessary. If it's for my life or their life, you know, because that's how it is in spirit realm. It's either theirs or yours. You know what I mean? And I'm like, Daddy, if it's like that, then yeah, they gotta go. You know, but if you could save them any kind of way, send. Even the witches and warlocks and wizards and all that, I was like, if you could send somebody to him, maybe. And then Daddy was like, once he gives you that chance and he gives you that time, so that's why he showed me the hourglass. And that time is up. It's up. It's even in the Bible. There's scriptures in the Bible that talks about that, right? So he said, if you see or hear of any of your enemies passing away, feel no sympathy or no sorrow, but pray that they make it in their next life. Yeah. And I kiss my hand to Father Yahweh in Yeshua's name. I am telling you the absolute truth. I'm not lying to you. Take this word to the Lord and test it. He told me this. And I already know of 2 people who passed away that used to come from me. 2. I already told y'all about 1. The other one I didn't ever mention, right? 2. And maybe some of y'all had somebody around you that passed away. And it's sad, you know, and I be talking to God, I be like, God, how can a person be so wicked? I mean, you get them time after time, and they see that the one that they're going after is truly anointed by you, and they see that your power is truly in them. Why do they still continue to come after us? He said, because they're far gone. The demons have, see, you can have demons in you or attached to you or around you, and they cannot possess you. But some people are actually possessed by the demon, meaning the demons have taken their mind, seared their conscience, has weighed their heart down with stones, because demons become stones in your heart, have blackened and hollowed out their spirit, and filled the chambers, which are 19 to 21 chambers in your soul, with 1 to 4 doors in each one, have filled the chambers of the soul up. So they're gone. They're gone. If you got spiritual gift, you could look in their eyes and let you see the demon staring right back at you if you got that kind of gift. And I'm like, so that's why they don't stop, because they possessed. And only God can deliver them, right? Or if he raise up somebody or choose somebody to deliver them, if they come for deliverance. If they don't want to come for it, or if they like actually reject it and they get caught and they fall butt naked on the ground, you catch them, then that's a chance for you to get them. But outside of that, they'll fall out that ground, that scar, if they don't come to the church, you know, or wherever God's children are, they're never going to be delivered. You know what I mean? So I'm like, this is crazy. And then, you know, I asked him, I was like, well, how does the demons get to possess them? No repentance, no living right for God, continuous sin daily with no repentance, disobeying God. I don't know why I can't see out these glasses, but whatever. Disobeying God, you know, anything, being rebellious toward God, having the Antichrist spirit, because the Antichrist spirit is not just the Antichrist, it's anybody that goes against God. That's in the book of, is it Matthew or Jude or one of them, right? So forget it. Right? So as their lives go on that way with no repentance, no structure in God, no coming to God, no reading the word, or none of that, or barely reading the word, not praying, that gives the demons strength, and they could start out like imps and become strongholds based on how you live your life. And then when they become strongholds, they become generational strongholds. So anything that comes out of your belly is going to be dealing with them same demons until somebody get delivered. So he explained it to me how the demons grow inside of a person, right? And then I asked him, I was like he's been talking to me a lot about the incubus succubus, right? And then he told me a long time ago that they are really run some of the strongest demons because it's the water, right? And he says they think that space is only up. He says space is under the water as well, and I told y'all that, right? So because they come from the water, and the water is probably one of the most strongest dominant things on the earth, because it's 72% water and only 10% of the water have been explored, right? So that's why they're probably the most powerful kingdom of the enemy. So makes those incubus strong. And because sex has been made, because it's in my book on ways to get to heaven, right? Each sin has a different amount of weight, but all sin is equal, but each sin has a different amount of weight. And sex, anything to do with sex, fornication, pornography, you know, anything to do with sex and pornography, stuff like that, right? Most strongest weight of all. So because incubus and succubus represents, y'all still here? Let me know, because it has stopped. Say I'm here, apostles, before I keep going. I'm gonna wait because it had stopped and I had to hit the retry button. Okay. So because sex has been made basically the number one sin besides money itself, right? It has made the sin of sex extremely strong, right? So because they come from the water and because sex is basically the number one sin out here besides money, and they also over money too, because mammoth comes from the marine kingdom, right? So you got money and sex, two most powerful things on the earth, right? So you got incubus and succubus, these perversion sex demons that come from the water. So this is why they're most powerful, the Lord said. And this is why it's so hard to get rid of them. It could take a decade, 2 decades, 20 years. You could be born with it, fighting with it all your life, and you may not get delivered from it till you like 50, 60, 70 years old, 40 years old, 30 years old. You know, you will go to these deliverance places and you see people get delivered from incubus and succubus like that. You think it's that. No, you don't know how long they've been dealing with them, right? And then they put you in bondage with the fake hair, makeup, false lashes, false nails, painting your nails, painting your feet, certain jewelry. I'm not saying all jewelry, certain jewelry you wear, certain, earrings you wear. When you got earring in your nose, because in the book of Leviticus, if you have an earring in your nose or earrings in your ear, that symbolizes you're a slave. And you are actually a slave to the marine king. Read the book of Leviticus. It says that. The slaves wore earring in the nose and in the ear. And you got men wearing them in both ears. So you are slaves to the marine kingdom, whether you know it or not. So this is why it's so hard. And then what happens is the incubus and succubus and sex demons, they're like a absorbent sponge. Any other sins you have or any other generational sins you have, they take on those sins as well. So those sins become under them. That's why they're called the stronghold, right? So you busy, you're not wearing the weave, you're not wearing fake hair no more. Men, you're not putting on fake toupees, not wearing makeup no more. You're not smoking weed, cigarettes, you're not doing drugs no more. You're not shacking up, you're not having sex, you're not watching pornography, you're not smoking. You ain't got your breasts out no more, your booty showing, all of that, right? You modest now. You know what I mean? You even cover your hair when you preach or whatever, right? Or you don't cover your hair, doesn't matter. But it's your hair. You're not dyeing it. You're not permanent. You're not stealing anymore. You're not cheating on your taxes. You know what I mean? You don't have an anger issue no more. You're not an adulterous spouse anymore. You treat your children better, right? So you're steady saying, Lord, I did all of this stuff, and I honestly did it, and I'm living virtuous, everything. I'm reading the Bible every day, sometimes 2-3 times a day. I'm living right. I haven't had sex and who knows how long. I'm waiting on you to give me a spouse, whatever. But I'm still dealing with this thing. Now, it could be a couple of reasons. God could be using it to bring out all the sin, because once you get delivered from these things, if it's something still there, that one's not coming back because God's going to destroy that one. But another one will come back. And if another one come back, it's going to be 3 times harder to get you delivered. Like the book says in Matthew and Mark, some may not make it. So God rather you stew, so he can get every generational curse out, every contract out, every agreement out, anything they got on you, 3-way covenants, 3-way soul ties, 3-way agreements, going all the way back to Adam and Eve and past them. And in your past life, he will let you stew sometimes a decade or 2 or a decade and a half. Some people have been dealing with these demons all their life, right? And the reason why you've been dealing with them all your life, because you didn't even know you had them. You were seeing these dreams, but you didn't understand. This happened. Maybe you felt something in your body and you didn't understand, and you couldn't tell nobody because they would think you was crazy, which is what happened to me years ago. People used to tell me I should go to a psychiatrist when I wasn't crazy at all. I really had demons bothering me, right? And so this is why it takes so long, because you have to come into the realization of what you're dealing with. Once you come into the realization of what you're dealing with, then you got to get to root causes. And with incubus and succubus, they take on every generational sin in your bloodline. They take on every foundational sin. They take on every DNA sin. They take on every bloodline sin. Everything. So God fights tooth and nail to get you delivered. Now, if you got it inside your body, those are harder to get rid of, because I experienced that and other people have experienced that, and God delivered all, right? So if you have them living in your body, those are harder to get out, because what happened was they spread through your whole body. They latch on to your heart, your spirit, your soul, your organs, sometimes your bones, your eye sockets, ear sockets, sometime in your brain. So they latch onto everything. So it's like a tapestry. A tapestry is round and it's white and it's stitched in. And then in the middle, it's a blue or brown or white tapestry cloth sewed in it. So it's like daddy literally, or you, have these little scissors, and you got to cut these little scissors one by one so you won't mess up the outer part of the tapestry. And that's how it is with you. They sew themselves to you. So the Bible says he has to pluck them out one by one, because if you pluck them out all at the same time, you may not make it. So this thing is embedded in all parts of your body. So God have to deliver this part, deliver that part, and then make it so that the demon can't attach to that part again. And he has to deliver this part, deliver this part. And then sometimes demons, most of the time, if you're dealing with one incubus or succubus, they're going to be on this side, which is the left of you. Why? Because your heart is there. That's where your heart is. And most people don't know this. The left side of your brain is connected to the right side. And your right side of your brain is connected to your left side. Your left side of your brain is more powerful than the right side. The left side of the brain, if it's controlled, you're in trouble. That's why it says we sit on the right side of God. When you sit on the right side of God, okay, this is daddy. I'm over here, right? So by me sitting on his right side, that means my left hand, my left side is to daddy's right. And my right side is going this way. Actually, it's your left side that's more powerful than your right side. Now, daddy rules from both sides. But when we sit to the right of him, our left side is to the right of him. Do you know most people, probably everybody on the earth was born left-handed. I have 2 children that was born left-handed. I was born left-handed, but I was taught to write with my right hand. Why is that? Why have they made us learn to write with our right hand? Why do they lie to you and tell you if you left hand, you're going to die early, you're wicked? Now, why do some left-handed, my husband, he died young, he was left-handed. Why do some left-handed people die early? Me and God was discussing this. I said, Daddy, I know why left-handed people die early. He said, why? I said, because everybody speaks out of their mouth that left-handed people are wicked and that left-handed people die early. So man has put a curse on left-handed people. So this is why left-handed people die this early. This is why they get mistreated, because man spoke it. The devil tricked you. In the book of Judges, I think it's Judges, is it 1, 2, or 3? I'm not sure. Talks about left-handed people in the Bible. And what was in Genesis, I believe they talk about a left-handed person. So if you Google scriptures on left-handed people, they will come up, right? So I said, Daddy, you ain't the author of confusion. I said, I bet you everybody was born left-handed. He said they was. They were taught to write right-handed. Because when you sit on my right hand, it's your left hand next to me. I said, show is. And the right hand going that way. All right. Even y'all and Mama Ruth sitting next to Daddy. Their left hand, if they sit to Daddy on this side, which is his left hand, their right hand is still on Daddy's side. You get what I'm saying? But he's most powerful with both hands. But the average person was born left-handed. You only have about 10% of left-handed people in the world. But back in the day, you had over 80% of left-handed people. Abraham was left-handed. Jesus was left-handed. But they don't even tell you. It's like hard to prove he was left-handed. But he was left-handed. So the reason why they make us right-handed is because your right part of your brain is to the left. And your left part of your brain is to the right. So your left part of your brain is more brilliant than the right. So they can control you. They can do mind control. They could do this. So they had to make people right-handed so that the right hand could be connected to the left. And they had to make you weak on your left hand because your left hand is connected to the right. You get it? You get it? So with this right hand connected to your left, they can mind control you. They can do the whole thing. But if your left hand was what you wrote with connected to the right, it'd be very hard to control you. So this is why many people are being mind control right now, because they're using their right hand. And I asked God, I said, God, can I learn how to lefty? So I started trying to do it. And it is hard, but I was able to curse up and write my full name with my left hand, because I was born left hand. I used to write with my left hand, and my mother used to beat me when I was in kindergarten and first grade. She like, I told you, God damn it. Forgive me, but that's what she said. Forgive me. Oh Lord, forgive me, Father. I didn't mean for the DAM. Come on, Mom, please forgive me, Father. I would be kids. She was saying that, but I close the porter. Ain't no demon coming from me. And she was like, but she used to say that. I meant to say God dog it, right? And she used to say that, God dog it, and she'll hit my left hand. She'll hit me. She's like, didn't I tell you, you got right with that right hand? And then she would stick the pencil in my hand, and she would move right. So when my kids was born, I didn't beat them like she beat me, but I taught them you can't write with your left hand. You got to write with your right hand. Now, my husband who passed away, his mother never taught him to write right hand because she was left-handed too. And you notice how they make everything for right-handed people. They barely make anything for left-handed people. And being that we all up in age now, I mean, it might take us years to learn how to write in left hand, because it took us years as kids to learn how to write in right hand. But I was able to write my full name, and I'm gonna keep practicing, you know, see how far I get, right? Because I want to, you know, am I ever going to be able to be a lefty? Probably not. I'll probably have to stay this way. But now that you know, so what you could do is you could pray like, Father, this hand is the hand I've been trained to write with, and it's connected to the left side of my brain, which is the most powerful. So, Father, do not allow me, because I am a right-handed person, do not allow them to manipulate the left side of my brain, and let my left side be as brilliant as it's supposed to be. And then my left hand that's connected to my right hand, let my right brain be just as powerful as my left side of my brain. So I can never be under mind control or anything or anyone's control again in Yeshua's name. But please Google left-handed people in the Bible. You will find it. And if you go as far as I did down the rabbit hole, you'll find that 80% of the world used to be lefties. And now it's only like 10, I think it's 10 or 50% of lefties left in the world. And they curse them by saying they're evil, they're witchcraft, and they die early. So if you a lefty, you need to say, in the name of Yeshua Jesus, I will not die early. I will live as long as God has intended me to live, and I'm not evil. So no evil demons will not come on me. I'm not in witchcraft, so no witchcraft demons will not come on me. I cancel with the blood of Yeshua Jesus. I invoke it with the blood of Yeshua Jesus. I provoke it, the blood of Yeshua Jesus against it. I neutralize his power and sting against it with the blood of Yeshua Jesus. I bind it up and I loose it as it's bound. I loose it to the feet of Yahweh, trample all over it and destroy it. I am blessed and not cursed, and I will live long. Man's curses and man's word that they have put over left-handed people will not apply to me. Even if you right-handed, will not apply to me in Yeshua's name. Because me and two of my kids, only one of my kids, she just came, my youngest one, she just came out writing righty. She just was a righty when she came out. But my son and my middle daughter and me, and I knew my middle daughter was going to be lefty because my husband was lefty. And I knew my son was going to be lefty, right? But I taught them to be righties. I taught them to be, let me take this phone out because I can't see it. Okay. I taught them to be righties. My mom and brother and I left-handed. My oldest is using his left hand more than, well, let him use his left hand. Yes, I wonder why they wrote in the Bible, now I see how it's special. That's why so many say left-handed people are mean. Because man cursed them. Saying those things. You gotta understand, Yahuwah, he's smart. He gets you to curse your own nation. He gets you to curse your own people. Apostle, you're looking more younger today. Thank you, darling. That's the beauty of God. That's the beauty of God. Now that makes sense why I like writing poetry to Daddy Yacht. Hey, Brother Mario. You left-handed. And God blasted for being as, yeah, my mom beat it out of me, man. She beat it out of me and made me a righty. She used to take my hand and beat me and curse at me. My brothers, I can't remember if any of them or any of my other sisters were born lefties because, you know, it was so long ago, but I'm sure some of them was too. And she made them righties. Because I have uncles that are lefties. You know, we got a lot of lefties in my family. I'll reply after my appointment going to the store. Apostle, social media links are in the about section. Oh, yeah, that's what I said. I call it the landing page. Yeah, so if you want to start practicing trying to be a lefty, it ain't easy. And it might take you years. So you might as well just pray that prayer I gave you about your right hand and call it a day. Apostle, I have something that looks like a young male walking to my oldest son CJ room in my house. I saw it out the corner of my eye. When I looked, it wasn't there, my son. Huh? I saw something that looked like a young male. You better rebuke that spirit of death. You better rebuke that, because that's what I'm hearing, spirit of death. That was actually your son's spirit walking in that room. Because sometimes, like when my husband passed away, he was in a coma because he died in a tragic car accident. He lost control of the wheel, went into a mesh fence, which is concrete. But in Germany, they call it mesh fence. He even had his seatbelt on. Seatbelt popped, and he went through the windshield. So by the time I got to him, I was here because my mother had just had a heart attack. So I was here. And by the time I got over there, he was comatose. And they told me there was nothing they could do. He was brain dead. He only had like 1% of his brain. I was just crying. And I was praying to God. And I was sitting there and I was holding his hand and his fingers would jump. And they told me that's natural for a person in comatose. You know, sometimes the nerves will jump, right? So that night, I think it was the third night he was in coma. And they don't like to tell you these bad things. They rather wait till you get there. And when they sat me in the room and the commander-in-chief of the entire base came to see me, I knew something wasn't right? So that third night, we were staying in the villa on like over there in Germany. They have villas. They're very beautiful, and they're on the base. So I was on one villa, and his mother was on the other side of the villa, right? And so we had our own entrance. So I went to sleep, and I woke up. It was 1 o'clock in the morning, but I went to sleep, and I had on this beautiful dress, and my hair was real curly back then, and there was this place in Irvington, New Jersey we used to go, and it had beautiful water. It was like a riverfront, and we used to have picnics there all the time, right, under the trees. So in the vision, we was both sitting down under the tree, and he had his army uniform and his army hat, right, and we were talking but weren't eating, and then we stood up and we started dancing, and he said to me, he says, I have to go. You know I have to go. And so I started crying in the vision, and I said, I don't want you to go. Take me with you. He said, you can't go where I'm going. Because he went to the abyss because he was an atheist. He died an atheist. No matter how much I tried to get him to come to God, he wouldn't come. But in the end, his mother died. She was 95 years old. She had came to Christ 2 years prior to that because I was praying for her, and she made it, right? But he didn't. So he was like, you can't go where I'm going. So we started dancing. And then because we used to love to dance. I told you that. We were dancing partners, right? And so then we stopped dancing, and he looked at me, and he had tears in his eyes, and he told me he loved me. And he like kind of blessed me in a sense, some of the words he said, because I can't remember them now. And he turned away to walk off, and he just disappeared. And I woke up. They called me 3 a.m. in the morning to go to see him. He died the moment I got there. When I got there and I held his hand and I kept saying, hold on, baby, don't go. Don't go, baby, don't go. He died literally holding my hand. So he came to tell me goodbye. He came to prepare me. So what I'm saying to you is you need to pray against the spirit of death, and y'all agree with her. Pray against the spirit of death. Just cry out, Father, in the name of Yahushua Jesus, do not let the enemy have my son. Wherever sin my son is in, Father, please forgive him for I am the mother. Please give him an extension on his life. I'm not going to ask you how many years. I'm just going to let you do it. Do not let the enemy take him. Give him more time to come to you, Father, in Yeshua's name. And I cancel out, I null and void out with the blood of Yeshua Jesus. I neutralize any power and sting of death on my child. Call his name out. On my child. In the name of Yeshua Jesus. And I bind the spirit of death and I loose it to your feet to destroy his plans to come against my child in Yeshua's name. And then I speak life. I speak Yahweh in him. I speak the Holy Spirit in him or her. I speak Yeshua in him. I speak the kingdom of heaven in this child. I breathe. Just do this. Because your breath is the breath of God. I breathe the breath of God in this child. He shall live and do the works of the Lord. She shall live and do the works of the Lord. And any children that come out of the womb or the seed shall live in Yeshua's name. Still in the blood of Yeshua Jesus. Guarantee you the devil won't get that boy or girl. Purple is royalty. Yeah, that's royalty. Peace and gold. Yeah, Daddy was showing you you're royalty. Purple is royalty in the crown and gold. That Daddy was showing you're royalty. And usually when he shows a person their royalty, that means that they've gone up a lot of levels. You might not, I mean, we are royalty, but you might not have like a royal position. And he's showing you that that's your royal position in the heavens. Especially purple. If you see yourself a purple, gold, purple, any kind of blue, and any kind of green, ooh. And when you see yourself in red, that means you're covered by the blood of Yeshua Jesus, like heavily. And if you see yourself in brown, that means you're humble in the kingdom of God. In the kingdom of God. If you see yourself with diadems, crowns, with jewels, God is showing you your crown in the heavens that's waiting for you. I had a dream dark shadows was, it was weird. That's an incubus succubus. If it was trying to rape you, that means are you a female or a male? I can't tell. So if you're a female, you got incubus. If you a male, you got succubus. And you seriously need get some deliverance. And guys, I'm going to have other people. I got like 3 books. All they need is book covers. I already uploaded them. So I'm paying somebody to do them. I can't do it right now. It's every time I try, I can't. So I'm pay somebody to do them probably tomorrow, and I'm probably will get them Friday or Saturday, and then I'll upload the books this Sunday or Monday. And that incubus book. When I was laying in my bed early in the morning, I saw a child-sized figure continue and go walk across my bed. I even felt the footsteps as it walked across my bed. What the world? Daddy, what was that? Was that mammoth? I said, oh, gold. What was that? I know I had this dream back in 2011. God showed me my mansion in heaven. It's beyond a mansion. And I had these thick gold gates. And it had baby angels with big gold wings. And they were all gold. And those exist in heaven. They're babies. They're children. They're all gold with gold wings. And they exist in heaven. So, Father, what was that? Was that demonic or was it from you? Because she said that it walked around her bed, right? So a child figure continue and go walk across her bed. She even felt the footsteps. Okay, I just hear him say, pray against that. Because the kingdom of darkness has just about a lot of stuff that God has. So the Lord said, pray against that. What you need to do is read Psalms 18 and 91. When you're reading Psalms 18, walk around the house. And you say, this house is covered. And get you some olive oil and pray over it. Psalms 103. Until you buy my oil, if you're going to buy it. And mix it with a little water. As you walking around, read Psalms 18. Hold the Bible in one hand and spray around the house. And you say, in the name of Yeshua Jesus, I close up all portals in this house to anything that's evil. If you are not from the kingdom of God, you will not be able to enter this house. Because I seal and shut the portals to anything evil. You golden little child, you golden demon. I send you right now. I send my angels right now to capture you. And Father, there'll be no retaliation against me or her for this prayer. Anybody on here with blood issue. If it is, they will be taken out in Yeshua's name. I send my angels to capture you wherever you are. And I send you to the foot of Yah to trample all over your works and to trample all over you and to bind you and put you in the wormhole or fire or wherever he's going to put you. You shall never walk across my bed. You shall never walk in any threshold or portal in this house again or anything like you from your kingdom. For I curse you and your kingdom from ever manifesting in the spiritual realm or on this earth again to me or anything to do with me or anybody in Yeshua's name. Sealed with the blood of Yeshua Jesus. This house is the house of Yahweh, the rock of this Holy Spirit, and Yeshua. It belongs to them. They coordinate who comes into this house. They open the portal for whoever comes in this house. You have no rights over this house, Yadaboth. Not at all in Yeshua's name. And I bind you, Yadaboth, and I send you to the feet of Yah to deal with you. For it's not yet your time yet, but Yah shall deal with you in Yeshua's name. Sealed with the blood of Yeshua Mashiach. Sis, I know you're going to be listening to this later. You and Mama Lita, write down these prayers and send them to me because I still got one more prayer book I'm working on. Now, that just came out of my head. So say that. Come back and listen to it. And write it down. Although it's going to be in my prayer book, I don't know when that one's going to come out. So write it down, right? All of y'all need to be praying that. When y'all get my oil, because my oil is very powerful. And I'm not saying that just for y'all to buy it. Y'all already know from 2020, all the testimonies I got, right? Just take like 1/3 of that oil and then fill the rest of your spray bottle up with some water. Or if you order 2 bottles and you get the Holy Spirit water, take another spray bottle, pour like 1/3 or 1/4 or half of that water in the spray bottle and then put some oil in it and then fill it up again. Once a month. Spray your house. That's all you need. Daddy told me just do mine once a month. I wasn't even spraying my house. I wasn't doing nothing because Daddy just covered me. But I just started doing it, and I noticed, like people told me before when they used to do it, they couldn't dream. They was able to dream. Blessings, good things started happening to them. You know what I mean? Because when you get stuff from a servant of the Lord who's true to the Lord, anything that they give you is blessed. Anything they touch is blessed. Anything they touch will prosper. And many of y'all, like far as money, everybody's donations have been going down, right? And I noticed a lot of people who used to sow big money, they don't really sow the big money no more, but they still sow. Some still do, but not a lot. They still sow. And I was like, wow, guys, like a lot of people, money must be going down. And he was like, yeah, because a lot of them are losing faith. He said, tell them they can't lose faith. The way they started is the way they got to finish. Like if you lost your job, you got to pray and say, God, I need a job so I can continue to take care of myself, my family, and sow into the kingdom. Whatever kingdom you sowing into, it's very important. The Lord was just telling me this other day. It's very, because I sow every week, sometimes 2, 3 times, 4 times a week. Because I'm like, Daddy, I ain't letting these blessings go away. I said, COVID is not taking my blessings. Because the COV has taken a lot of people's blessings. I was like, the COV is not taking my blessings, Daddy. I'm going to continue to sow no matter what. And I'm going to continue to sow like I did before the COV came. And he has kept me to be able to do that. And because of that, he blesses me tremendously. And I notice people around me, Pat, my kids, they get blessed. I meet people, they get blessed. I run into them later and they tell me so-and-so has happened. If he'll tell me to give a person money, they start crying. They be like, I was praying. Like, guys, I had to hire a cleaning lady to come clean my house because sister just can't keep up. But it's cheap. It's only like $20 an hour. And right? And when she first came last week, she was like, you must be somebody very special. I'm like, why? She said, because they're only going to charge you 6 hours of cleaning because it was just her. Took her 3 hours down here and 2 hours upstairs, right? She said, you only going to be paying $36. I said, what? She was like, yeah, under your thing, it says she's a very special client. Treat her with care. I said to her, they must have Googled me. She said, Google you? I said, yeah, they must have Googled me. And she was like, yeah, that music you was playing, it do sound like you. And sometimes I listen to my own music, right? I'm doing something. She said, it do sound like you. She said, wow. She said, so you a singer? I said, yeah. I said, just Google me. I gave her my name. So she must have Googled me while she was here. Her whole demeanor, she was already sweet, but her whole demeanor changed. I started praying for her, prophesying to her. I told her daughter was going to be a psychiatrist. She said, oh my God, my daughter just graduated and she going to school to be a psychologist. I said, a psychiatrist. I said, I told you. And then I was telling her about her ex. He's about to leave the earth if he don't come to God. Then I told her she's going to get married. And she was like, oh my goodness. So then y'all know my love and romance book, right? I was telling her about it. So I said, I don't have one of them, that book. So I said, but let me see if I can find something that you could use. So I'm looking in it, and Daddy said, why don't you go over there and look in that little bag? Do you know I had a love and romance book and I didn't even know I had it? I came out the room. I said, this book had your name on it for months. She said, oh my goodness. So she started reading it, right? She was like, do you know I was praying to God about the stuff you got in this book? Confirmation. So, because what happened was I prayed. I said, Daddy, only let the cleaning lady come that you want to come. And it was her. Prophesied to her, showed her the will of God, gave her a book that I didn't even know I had. So, see, God, he the one told me, he said, why don't you get a clean person? Because all I could do is keep the upstairs clean. The downstairs was just too hard. I said, Daddy, I ain't trying to pay $200 every 2 weeks. I said, I ain't doing that. He said, go on Amazon. Now, Amazon used to have cleaning people. Because I used to use Amazon, and they was real cheap when I first came. I said, Daddy, they ain't cleaning people no more. He said, do you see that? I looked, and it was another cleaning place. And it said only $19-20 an hour or something if you pay a monthly fee, which is very low. So I clicked on it, right? And for like 6 days, I didn't hear nothing. And I was saying, Daddy, I ain't hear nothing. And they supposed to come tomorrow. He said, go into your Gmail and put in the name of the company. Do you know 3 emails came up? The devil is a lie. Telling me who my cleaner was, her name, her profile, and that they would come. So then I called her. She was like, I prayed to God. And I said, God, please let it be a Christian woman. And if she called me, I will know. I called her to tell her that I had just got the email. She said, oh my God, I prayed that if you called me, you would be Christian. I was like, look at God, how he moved. So he was the one that got me to hire a cleaner because he know I was having a hard time because I was just cleaning upstairs. And my daughter was like, and you want a bigger house when you go home. She said, you going to have to hire cleaning people too. I said, I'm going to use you because you're going to be in the basement living. And so you clean the house and that's your rent. She was like, okay. She was like, okay, quick. Okay. Right? Because she cleans good. She come and visit me and clean my house. She will. My son come and visit me. He clean my house, right? So Daddy wanted me to hire somebody to clean the house. And she cleaned this house so nice because it hadn't been cleaned professionally in over a year, right? And she cleaned this house so nice. So I left a review. I said, she is the one for my house. She is the one for my house. And she did a good job and she loved the Lord. She loved the Lord and she was so ecstatic. And she left me such a beautiful review about myself. She was so ecstatic. She was like, I can't wait to come back and clean again. I was like, yeah. Y'all, because I was cleaning my toilet. Like, I had got used to not even cleaning my toilets. But that cleaning company, they got too expensive. And I'm like, I'm not paying y'all this kind of money every 2 weeks. Forget that. I'll just do it myself. So I've been doing it for over a year, right? And then one day, she looked inside my microwave because my microwave is up high, right? And I need a ladder to get in it. But being that I hurt my hand, I couldn't clean it. And she looked at my microwave. And when we was in the car, she was like, sis. No, she saw the refrigerator, right? The outside was clean, but the inside, right? It needed some help, right? She was like, sis, you want me to come over and clean your refrigerator? And I'm like, why she asking me should she come and clean my refrigerator? She trying to say my refrigerator dirty. I got a little offended. I was like, my refrigerator ain't dirty. I don't need you to clean it. But in my mind, I'm like, she right? So that's when I knew. I was like, all right, it's time for me to get some help here. So I prayed. And God told me to go to Amazon. And I did. And then I found something else. And then I found the cleaning lady. So it was all God. And they only paid $36. And then they gave me a $20 credit. So when she come again for 4 hours, I'm only gonna probably pay like $50. So every time she comes, it's probably gonna be $50 to $70, which is not a lot of money at all to get this house clean because it's big, right? And I'm like, thank you, Lord. I was like singing my song. Thank you, Lord. Thank you. My house was so clean. I was so happy, and then I gotta keep it up a little bit, in between the 2 weeks she come. Like I might have to wash the toilet, one or two of the toilets, because I don't use all the toilets, right? One or two of the toilets, right? And maybe the counter in the kitchen. But no like deep cleaning until she come. So ain't God good, y'all? Whoever pays $50, $60, $70, $36 for cleaning a house, right? That take 5.5 hours. What? When I was late, okay. I agree. I got here late. Blessings to you too, sweetie. What time is it? I'm gonna be bouncing in a minute. Rose dream was about you. Wait, where was Rose dream at? Rose, put it back in. I don't see it. Oh, here it is. Apostle, I had a dream of you a few days ago, dressed in. Oh, that was me. What? I thought that was you, Rose. So it was me you saw dressed in purple and gold with matching headpiece with gold and some other jewelry on, and it looked very. Oh yeah, I know I'm royalty. I'm a queen in heaven. Mama Ru is the big queen. She's the empress. She's over all of us. A lot of y'all is queens too. Some of y'all's princesses. Some of y'all kings. Some of y'all princes, priests. Wow. Okay, Rose, you always dreaming about me. Rose, Alicia, Pat, all of y'all be dreaming about me. They be good dreams. Apostle, please, my mommy fell on the ground last. Oh goodness, I pray in the name of Yahushua Jesus that God heal whatever's hurt. I pray nothing's broken. I pray God fuses those bones and fuse her leg so that she can walk, and cover her leg with the blood of Yahushua Jesus and heal her. I had a dream that I was urinating. Yeah, oh, that's deliverance. When you see, when you see yourself peeing, urinating, that means you about to get delivered or something. If you see yourself pooping, as long as it's in the toilet, that means you about to get delivered from defiling spirits. But if you see poop all over the place, that's nasty. That's something trying to defile you, or the Lord is trying to tell you to clean your house. Because one time I hit one of my bathrooms, I hadn't used it in a long time, and it was just mad dirty. And I'm like, well, how did it get dirty? I ain't pissing and pooping in it, daddy. But if you let your toilet sit too long without flushing and using it, it could get dirty, right? So I had a dream. And I had a dream of a toilet, and it was all this poopy in it. I was like, ew, daddy. So I started canceling it. And he said, go look at your toilet down the hall. I went in there I was like, how did it get like that? He said, because you ain't using it. I said, it still get dirty even when you don't use it. So now I'll be on my toilets. Before I hired a cleaning lady, I'll be on my toilets. I'll be cleaning my toilets, because if you got dirty toilets, them nasty demons, them demons that live in the urine and live in the poop, they come up in through your toilet spiritually, and they come in your house. I'll be cleaning up toilets. He ain't never had to show me a dream again. Because I didn't clean it because I didn't think it was dirty, because I wasn't using it. I was using the one over there and the one in my bedroom, right? Now, those I always clean. But that one I didn't. But from now on, I clean that one too. I clean all of them. When I look at them once a week and clean them all. And now that I got cleaning lady, I don't have to clean them as much. But still, you should look at your toilets and clean your toilets and your sinks and stuff in the bathroom. It was you just. I know. I just saw it. Rose. Yes, I was completely go from him. I wrote. Wow. Okay. Anybody that is delivered. Oh, you're a female. Okay, so then succubus. Go on my blog, Prophetess Rosalind Solomon.blogspot.com. And then I got a couple of deliverance books on Incubus on Amazon. And Barnes & Noble, just put in Apostle Rosalind Solomon books. They'll come up. And then Rosalind Solomon books. The enemy been trying to take the blessings Yah has for me, sending me these crazy dreams lately. Well, I told you those crazy dreams have deliverance in them. So when you have those crazy dreams, you need to ask Yah what sin he trying to show you to repent for. Because this is why he allows us to have the crazy dream. Although the dreams is to stop you and to stop your blessings and to defile you. So you should pray, wake up and cancel and say, I neutralize those dreams with the blood of Jesus and the sting and the power. And I neutralize any defiling spirits that's trying to block any blessings that you're trying to send me, Father, in Yahushua Jesus' name. I remove these blocking, hindering spirits, these defiling spirits with the blood of Jesus and fire the Holy Spirit. And I send my angels to fight against those that fight against me. And Father, show me what sins was in the vision, in the dream, so that me and you together can obliterate these sins and I can repent. Or if it's generational sins and your family going all the way back to Adam and Eve or past them or in your past life, he will show you, because it has happened to me. He will show you. But as long as you cancel it and ask God to not allow your blessings to be blocked, they won't be blocked because they've been caught. You figured out what they're trying to do. Thank you, George. The color yellow. Okay, I have a book called Biblical Interpretation Dream Book. It's gray and white on Amazon. It has all the colors and numbers and everything in it. It's a very good dream book to have. And in the back of it, it has 7 powerful dreams that will help. Prayers that will help you dream if you're having a hard time dreaming and open you up to the heavens of God. But I know yellow means virtuous. Like, it can mean a person having a baby. It could be birth of a baby in the family. It could be birth for something that's about to be birthed out of you. It also could mean that God has cleansed you where you were defiled and now you're virtuous in his eyes. That's what yellow. Yellow is very good to see, and orange. And red. Red means you're covered in the blood. Green means like money. Like if you see green, like green grass, HD green grass, green plants, green car, that's prosperity and money. I had a dream where a voice said, the Mexicans are sleeping with Satan. Ooh. I had the morning my cleaning lady were coming to, well, Mexico about to have some earthquakes. And Mexico do have a lot of different gods they bow down to. If you go in some of these Mexican restaurants, you need to run, turn around, because they got all the masks and everything. You know, some of them is just for decoration, but some of them, like Diablo, which means Satan. I can't really explain how it looks, but you'll know him. He looks like a Western kind of Spanish guy. Got a hat on, red top. I forget the color. I think his pants are black or white. He's called Diablo, which is Satan in Spanish. That's one of the gods they have in the restaurants. Just check it out, you know. Even if you ordered your food and you see it, be like, you know, cancel that order. I gotta go. So God was telling you, and you need to pray that the Mexicans repent, get right, because he gonna hit them with some quakes. Amen. Amen. Oh, you hear it, sis? Okay, sis, write down all the prayers I said, because I still got one more prayer book I'm working on. Apostle, please. Okay, I prayed for your mommy already that fell. What time is it? 11:12. Okay. Hi, Apostle Solomon. I dreamt about checking and changing all the thermostats to make sure they're working. Got up this morning and the settings on 74. Cool, but well, maybe you should hire somebody to come and check them. Maybe God wants you to check them. You know, maybe something need to be fixed. Because I remember I had a dream about my boiler. It's electric, but wasn't working. And then all of a sudden it stopped. It just started shutting off. And then they came and looked at it and found out wires had been burnt because they didn't put it in right. Because I moved into this house when COV just started. And they just finished this house. And he was like, they didn't even insulate up here. So they had to come in and insulate and everything. Right? And it still be cold. If I have to keep the heat on constantly in this house, or a heater, because they didn't insulate it the way they were supposed to, because they wanted to finish it because COV came. Nobody didn't even do a walkthrough with me. Nobody never lived in this house. It was brand spanking new. Brand spanking new. So they had to come in and install stuff, fix it, put new parts, everything in it. Thing could have blew up. God is good. He'll save you. So maybe he wants somebody to come look at your thermostats. In the dream, I check my account. Oh, man. Oh, you check your account? You have money? What? So that means you're going to have money. That means you're going to wake up, Marcus, one day and check your account in the future. You're going to have big money. Probably because you're going to put it in there from your investments. Good morning, Prophet Rosalind. I wish to ask, please excuse me for imposing, but I wonder if you could ask the Lord, what are my... I ain't prophesying. Go to my Facebook, Rosalind Solomon, and I'm giving words there. I wasn't even supposed to be doing dream interpretations, but y'all, that's how y'all be doing me. Y'all be tricking me. But I pray in the meantime, God show you what your gifts are. Okay, but go to my Facebook, Rosalind Solomon's Facebook. Go to Facebook and put in Rosalind Solomon's group. And then answer the 3 questions, and it'll come right to my phone, and I'll approve you. And then you can put in the question you want to know about your gifts in Yeshua's name. Because if I start prophesying to you, here come everybody else, and I got to go. That's how y'all got me with the dream interpretation. But in the meantime, I pray God open your eyes and show you what you want to know in Yeshua's name. Color yellow represents the holy oil. Yes. Get the biblical dream interpretation. Oh, you got it. Okay, good. Okay, yes, it's a very good book. It has a lot of meanings in it for numbers, colors, all kinds of stuff. And then 7 powerful prayers in the back of the book. Years ago, I had multiple dreams about me being a pie. Huh? I would jump in and I'll be above the people below me. That's a strange one. Well, when you jump in a pie, that's sweet. And if people was below you, that means God is leveling you up. Still looks low to me. It can happen any day now before the month is out. Be patient, Marcus. Many years ago, I had multiple... Oh, I saw that one. Yes, you're very blessed, Apostle. Yeah, I'll be glad. I'll be trucking on my way back to Jerusalem. Okay, after me to your cleaning people. Huh? Oh, okay. I got you. Cat is coming. Who's cat? Who's that, Marcus? K-A... Oh, the cat coin you talking about that I had to dream about? I told y'all about? It's kind of low now. Oh, y'all see how that bad idea took off? A lot of y'all remember I told y'all about it because it's in my comments. And you know what? I was regretting it because I didn't buy a whole bunch and it was cheap. I think it had 8 zeros when God told me about it and it got 6. I was like, darn, Daddy, I should have bought more. You know, I made a little money off of it and I still kept it. You know, I took my initial investment out of it, right? And I still kept it. And it's still doing kind of good. I was like, Daddy, I should have bought more. Same thing with sheep. I was like, you know what? I ain't doing that no more. Next time, from now on, when he show me a coin, I'm be like, Daddy, I'm going all in. I'm like, Daddy, I'm going all in. I'm taking the bill money. I'm going all in, and you just gonna give my bill money back. I'm going all in. I mean, like 4 or 5 coins, I've done that. Where I didn't go all in, and you know, I made some money to pay some bills and stuff like that. But I could have made more. You know, but who knew that bad idea was going? Daddy did, just like Sheeb in 2021. We can't be missing it. So from now on, like that dream I had about the Pepe bird coin. Do you know they got a Pepe bird coin? And that blue diamond bird. Do you know they got that too? I didn't go all in on them, but I got some. You know, they was very cheap, so $100 could get you quite a bit. I don't know how it is now. I don't know how much $100 could get you now. You know, but some people's like, Apostle, I missed the boat. I didn't even know you talked about that. I was trying to find a video, but I can't find it. If any of y'all know what video it is, go and get it and send me the link in my my Facebook or Instagram. They will take good care. Amen. Wow, our Father was. Yes, He does. Bless you too, sweetie. Shalom. Yes, we do need help from time to time. Okay, but I can release this now. Then I got to go. I had only told Brother Johnny, and I swore him to secrecy. But the Lord said I could say it now. I guess because Shabarian is coming out today, tomorrow, or before the week is out. Okay, people been sleeping. Okay, the Sheena coin, that, what's her name? What's the prophet name? That she saw Sheena, then I saw the other Sheena. That Sheena didn't work out. Mine's right. But, what her name? Oh, forget her name. But she's a doctor too. She had saw that Sheena, right? So Sheena got 5 zeros. It's like 1 0 behind Shib, right? And remember, she had a vision that God told her when Sheena goes up, take some money from Sheena and go buy Shib. And I couldn't understand why God would tell her to do that, because I was thinking Shib would probably go before Sheena. But remember, last year the Lord told me when Shabarium comes, Shib is not going to take off like everybody think. It's going to take off a little, but it's going to take a couple of months, like 1, 2, 3 months before it goes parabolic, goes off, right? And remember, God kept giving me the word parabolic for some coins, and some coins have gone parabolic, like Bad Idea, the Pepe coins, right? So, right. So I was looking at Sheena the other day, and I was like, wow, she only got 5 zeros left, Daddy. And Shiba Inu has 4, but if it goes under 8, it'll go back to 5. I said, this coin done caught up to Shiba, and it has a little less than Shiba coins, right? I said, so that lady said, you said when Sheena takes off, take some of it and buy Shiba. And I said, I think Sheena's going to take off before Sheep, guys. I really do. And if you look at Sheena now, it has gone up. I think to buy $1 billion of it, it's like what, $1,500 to $1,700, whereas before it was only like $200 a while back. So I think Sheena's going to go parabolic before she does. Okay, and then here's the second coin. Only Brother Johnny knew, and I swore him to secrecy. And the only reason why he knew is because he asked me to pray and ask God something. He does that sometimes. We've been emailing each other for years. We used to talk on the phone, but we just haven't in the last couple of years. But we email a lot, right? And so I went and asked God for him. It was like 2 months ago. And the Lord told me what to tell him. And then the Lord was like, tell him not to tell anybody, because if he does, it'll mess things up. So I didn't even know God was going to give me permission to tell y'all, because he just said it in my head. Tell him. There's a coin called Sheila, Shila. People been sleeping on it. I think it's like 200 to 250 to buy $1 billion of it, which is mad cheap, right? All I can tell you is don't sleep on it. That's all I can say. He told me to just say that. Don't sleep on Sheila, Shila. Now, is it owned by Satoshi, who owns Sheena and She? I cannot tell y'all that. But all I can tell you is the Lord just gave me these words. Tell them not to sleep on Sheila, Shila. Shila. She a cute little sheep with pink on. She look like a princess. I believe now it's like 250 per million, or 200. Now, $200 is not a lot. I'm not telling you to sell, hold, or buy. I'm not giving you financial advice at all. I'm just an apostle with a layer of prophetic in the Lord. And the Lord told me to tell you, not apostle. The Lord told me to tell you that don't sleep on Sheila. So, Brother Johnny, you can tell your people in your Patreon, because I know you watch my videos because you be speaking of me. Don't sleep on Sheila. That's all I'm gonna say. So I gotta go. Right. So it was a blast talking to y'all. I'll be back soon. And I will be checking the group stuff tonight or tomorrow. And if you want prophecies, you could go to Rosalind Solomon's group on Facebook, answer the 3 questions, and then I will let you in, and you can say, this is for Apostle Rosalind Solomon. I want a word. Don't be leaving the book. That's all I'm telling you. Just a couple of things, main things you want God to tell you, okay? And then that's gonna be it. Oh, also, guys, I don't really want to share this, but he telling me to tell y'all. Okay, look. Y'all see this butter oil, right? Now, I had a couple of grays just on this one. That took it away. I'm like, Daddy, what kind of oil is this you told me to make? It took it away. It's not there anymore. And it grew my eyebrows. Look at all this hair right here. Y'all know I didn't have y'all know that's probably why the lady thought my eyebrows was arched. Because y'all know I didn't have all of this hair right here and right here. My eyebrows only used to come right here. How many of y'all remember that? Tell me that. My eyebrows only used to come right here. Right here. They would not grow there anymore because I used to get them arched a whole lot back in the day. But I haven't gotten them arched in like 2011. Right? How many of y'all know I didn't have any hair here? Can I see a show of hands? So I could get some testimonies here. How many of y'all remember I didn't have any hair here? Because I need new people to see. Okay. And then how many of y'all remember how thin it was? Remember how thin they was right here? Y'all see how thick it is? Because I put that stuff on my eyebrows. Y'all see? And it took away the little 3 hairs I had. And I had some white hair around my edges, and it took it away. I'm like, wow. And y'all ain't getting in trouble for that. I mean, that's a natural occurrence. You know what I mean? Natural occurrence. And then Pat, she laughed at me. Like, y'all know henna, H-E-N-A. I got the non-color henna last year, a year ago. And I put that non-color henna in my hair because that henna makes your hair grow. Because it ain't nothing but mud, right? Do you know that thing turned my hair red? And I was crying because I thought Daddy was going to strike my butt. Because my hair turned red, right? And I showed Pat. She was like, oh, my Lord. I said, I can't show my hair, Pat. People think I dyed my hair. She was like, just tell them. I was like, I ain't telling nobody nothing. I'm just going to let it grow out, right? And it would not leave. So, like a couple of months ago, Daddy said, you were supposed to you were supposed to buy the henna that's for your color. And I said, but Daddy, though the henna, isn't that like dye? He said, no, it's natural henna that matches your natural brown hair. If you keep buying the henna that's not the natural henna, it's going to keep turning your hair red. So a couple of months ago, it's very hard to find henna for dark brown hair. It's always reddish brown, or what's the other, copper brown. So I finally found some natural brown henna. And I put it in my hair, and it took away all the red. So then white hair started growing around my edges. Not anywhere else, but just around my edges. And so when I started putting that on my hair to grow and on my eyebrows, I started noticing that my white hair was turning back dark brown like the rest of my hair. I was like, what? And I love henna because it makes my hair grow. But every time if I use it, it'll keep making my hair back to its natural color. And I don't like that because I like to embrace my white hair. You know, although the henna is natural and it's not hair dye, it's just natural. Because if you get, how many of y'all have experienced that? Y'all got hennas that wasn't like the what is it called? Non-natural hennas. They green and it make your hair another color. Yeah, that I put a henna in, like, I try and do it. I did it 3 times, the one last year and then 2 times this year. I try and do it like every 3 months because it always takes away my white hair, and I don't like that, right? So, but now that I got this hair butter, I'm not really gonna have to use the henna that much because I got my hair butter, right? But the only thing about my hair butter, I'm warning y'all, after like a month or 2, if you got any kind of white hair, it may take a lot of it away. And if you like me and you like your white hair, I'm just letting you know, and Daddy not gonna strike you because it's natural. And it don't have no dye, nothing in that, because y'all know I ain't into that, right? It's all natural. It's the oils that I'm using. These 5 oils I'm using, I've never used them before. I just, because I was doing research trying to find something to grow my hair. And Daddy just took me deep, deep, deep down the rabbit hole. And I found them, and they very expensive. They very expensive. But I said, I'm gonna do it. So I only made like 24 jars of it. So I'm gonna see how those 24 jars sell. Then I'm gonna make 24 4-ounce bottles of the other oil, and I'm gonna see how they sell. And if they sell, then I'll keep making it, because I mean, $70 to $75 is expensive, but you're getting 2 things and you're paying for shipping. But some people I could sell it for $50 each, because this stuff really work. And I'm not lying to y'all. Y'all see the evidence. Y'all remember my lashes. I ain't got no eyebrow pencil, none of that. Look, this is all natural right here. See? Look, this is all natural. And y'all remember how my eyebrows used to be. They wasn't thick like this. You know what I mean? and I ain't have all of that hair, there. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know I'm telling the truth. I ain't lying. I just wanted to make sure that it worked for me first before I started making it and selling it. It's a lot of work applying it, and you have to let the Hennessy in you. Yeah, an hour or 2. But I was mad. My whole head was red. And Pat was like, why don't you just explain? I ain't explaining jack. I just ain't let nobody see it till it come out. And it finally came out a couple months ago. But I had to get another henna that matched my hair for it to come out. I stopped using it because I thought the what? WLD strike. Yeah, I thought I was going to get strike too when I had that red burgundy hair. But I just repented. I was like, God, please forgive me. I didn't know it was going to turn my hair red. And then he told me, he was like, you're supposed to get the one that's for your hair color. I said, but that's dye. He's like, it's not dye. It's natural. And I was like, all right. But I don't think I'm going to be using the hennas because it's messy. Right? I'm just going to use the butter because that's what's really working for me, Yeah, Sheila, I made money off of it in the early mid-months. Oh, you did? Okay, cool. And it's like yeah, it is. It's a protein treat. And it makes your hair actually longer, right? It's good. But I don't like how it keeps taking away my white. So and that's taking it away. But they're both natural. They're not, henna's not a hair dye. Some people will call it that, but it's really not. It's all natural. It's made from, you can make henna yourself. All you gotta do is Google the plants that they use, get them and put them in buy a blender especially for that, and blend those herbs, and you'll have henna powder. You don't even have to buy it. I mean, because henna getting it a little expensive. You have henna powder. But mind you now, be very careful when you buy that green henna. It's like, Daddy told me that it's henna, but they take the coloring of the henna out of the plant, when they do it. So it makes it green. And it can make your hair red, yellow, gold, copper. You'll be mad and be repenting to God. Not sorry, Daddy. You'll be repenting. You'll be like, Daddy, don't let the marine kingdom open up to me. Because they over the chemical hair dye and stuff. I had suggested henna for my friend to use. She didn't like it very much. Well, tell her she can buy my buttercream and oil. I'm going to be selling it probably the first week of April because the other one been sitting in there for 2 weeks. So then this week make 3 and then next week make 4. So probably the end of the first week of September, I'll pour it in the bottles and sell it because these are already made. I made 24 of those. But I just want to see how it sell. Then if it sell good, I'll do more. Oh, which brand do you have? I was looking for. Oh, it's upstairs. Wait, no, I don't got Amazon on here. See, wait. Oh, yeah, I do got Amazon on here. I can show it to you because you know how when you order stuff. Well, I have a business account with them, but when you order stuff, it stays there a long time. So hold on. Let me go to Amazon real quick. Then I gotta go. AMAZ on Amazon. Okay, let's see. Why my phone buffering? Okay, I'm looking. Okay, here we go. Hold on, let me click on it. Go to the picture. Maybe. Okay, it's called Vika. V-A, for brown hair though. Dark brown hair. It's called it's spelled V-A-T-I-K-A henna. I'm sure, wait, I don't want to show y'all stuff. No, I ain't gonna show it to you. All right, wait, let me see if I can, okay, now I can pull it up and then y'all can see it like that. Hold on. See it? That's what it look like. It's spelled V-A-T-I-K-A. And you'll get like 5 packs in there. I think they got dark brown. They got, if your hair is gray and burgundy and you want to keep your gray, they got that. And then they got natural brown like me. And then they got dark brown. And then they got brown. And then if your hair is burgundy, and then they got gray. They got one for gray hair. I guess if you want to, But see, I had to get the natural brown, or is it the dark brown? One of them, because my whole head was red, right? And it's $17.99, and you get, oh wow, you get a pack of 3. That's why I did have 3 boxes in there. Okay, so you get a pack of 3 with 18 in them. And I ain't even got past the first box. Because the first box, I think, has, I think they 6 each in each box. And I only used 2 of the first box. So they'll last you forever. And I had read the comments, and the ladies was saying it made their hair soft. And it made their hair shiny. But one lady was mad because she thought it was some kind of permanent color. And I'm like, why would she think that? It's a henna. And then some people bought it to cover their gray. Some people bought it for their hair to grow. Some people bought it for natural growth. When you read the comments, some people said it make their hair soft and shiny. Some people say they recommend it. If it's good for you, if you have allergies, it's not gonna mess with your allergies. Some people said it was useless. Some people said it was organic. Some people said natural hair. It fixes your natural hair. So I have read the comments. So people buy it for all kinds of reasons, but I only bought it because God had gave me permission so I could get the red hair out. I remember this lady, I'll say it. This lady, she was burnt really, really bad all over her body, her face and stuff, right? And she was a preacher, and she was finding it hard to preach because people were so busy looking at her discoloration. And she cried out to God, and he gave her permission. Like when people get burnt, it's this special covering they could put on their face. It's not regular makeup. It's some kind of special covering they could put on their face and then on their neck if they burnt here, right? And even on their arms and legs where no one would know they was ever burnt. And this is a lady, it's a true story. She cried out to God because she was having a hard time preaching. And she had found out about this cover, and he gave her permission to wear it. He ain't giving y'all permission to wear makeup, by no means. This lady was burnt bad, all over her face, neck, and a little on her arms, and a little on her legs. And when she put the covering on, it looked just like her skin was before she got burnt. And he only allowed it because she was having a hard time preaching. People were paying more attention to to this than her. And then she was a vibrant preacher. She used to get invited many places, and people stopped inviting her, and it hurted her. And she really, really wanted to preach. So that's not giving anybody excuse to wear makeup, because I already told y'all God said makeup is not in him. And I wrote a book about it. The reason why I'm saying this is, and God brought it to my mind, is sometimes he will excuse certain things in dire desperation. And I had a dire desperation. My head was red. And he the one told me to go and look for the right kind. And he the one told me that I could use it to help my hair grow. But when I saw that it said dye, he said it's not dye. He said they call it dye, but it's not dye. He said it's natural herbs. He said I grew them. He said, what do you think the giants used in biblical days to get the women? He said to make their eyebrows look. Remember how the Egyptians would have the dark, rich, square eyebrows, because they wore wigs, because they were bald-headed, because they used to get lice in their hair. So they would shave all their hair off and wear the wigs. But the giants taught them how to make their, like, how do women be wearing them eyebrows now? They be going to get them tattooed so they can look like this large, right? That's what the giants gave to the women. And I'm like, oh, wow, I didn't know that. And he taught me that, right? And he said the henna helps to grow your hair, and it has a lot of nutrients in your hair, and it makes your hair strong. So I asked him, how often should I use it? He said every 2 to 3 months. And I said, but it's going to keep taking my white hair out. And he told me, he gave me a set amount of time to use it, and then after that, he wants me to stop using it. But now that he gave me this butter oil and the other oil, I don't think I'm going to really need it, because this stuff is helping my hair grow and my eyebrows grow. So I don't think I'm going to have to use it. But I'm just telling y'all, and y'all can pray and ask God, if you can use henna for your dark brown hair, dark black hair. They even got henna for gray hair. All white hair. And I don't think it takes all your white hair away, because some people who had white hair, and they want it to grow. So you pray and ask God. Just don't take it because God gave me permission. You got to pray and ask God too, because you don't want that marine kingdom coming after you. Okay? So I'm just saying. I was thinking, if you have blemishes on your skin, Daddy would allow us to cover that. No, if you get my buttercream right here, and that other stuff, them things will go away. I show you my scars. They going away. They will go away. They will go away. This stuff work. Them 5 different oils that I cannot discuss, they ain't no joke. And they expensive. One of them come from another country. I had to order it from another country. I went through American Place, but I had to order from another country. And that one was the most expensive. And he gave me the money to get it. And it worked. So that's why I said I could be charging $50, $60 a jar for this stuff. But I'm not trying to, be greedy. That's the heart of the Father. Yes. What about Bare Minerals Foundation? No makeup. No makeup. And what she put on her face wasn't makeup. It was especially made for burn victims. Burn victims. No makeup. Order my stuff. I'm as a matter of fact, you know what? It's been in there 2 weeks. After this week, I'll look at it, and if it has infused, because usually it takes 2 weeks, but they say 2 to 6 weeks. And if it has infused enough, I'm gonna pour it in the bottles, and I'll start selling it next week with the butter oil, so y'all can get it. I'm telling you, it worked. My scar. Look at. Oh yeah, and I meant to show you my hands. Okay, I don't know if many of y'all remember, but my knuckles used to be kind of dark. Your knuckles, right? Look how light they are. And I wasn't even meaning to put it on my hand, but it's just that when you put it in your hand to rub it in your head, and then after I finish, I just would rub it on my hands on the outside, and I started noticing that it was lightening up my knuckles. You see that? Lightening my whole hand. It's back to how it used to be, because I used to have dark knuckles. And this spot, I don't know if y'all can see it. Y'all see that little spot? It was bigger than that. And it's shrinking. It's shrinking. So this stuff that Daddy gave me, because I think Jedica and this other girl, they both dreamed I was making 2 new products. And they were going to be very successful. And I believe God willing, that these are the two. So no makeup, lady, no foundation. Give God a chance. And another thing, castor oil is good for your skin, but you got to get the expensive kind, the one that's in the bottle that's like $30 to $50. It got to be in a glass bottle. But castor oil takes a good while. Castor oil might take you about 6 months, whereas my stuff within 2 months is working, right? But castor oil might take you 6 months to a year, but castor oil will work because what castor oil does is it sucks out stuff. Like if you got lumps in your breasts, lumps in your legs, or you get a cyst, you put that castor oil on it, it'll suck it right out. Now, but far as the dark spots on your face, it may take anywhere from 3 to 6 months to a year, depending on how you use it, castor oil, right? But it got to be the kind in the glass bottle, which is very expensive, right? But you get my product, it could work like in a month or 2 or 3. Huh? I had a dream of an Indian man when I applied this one henna. I kept seeing them, so I switched the brand, but now I grew it out. Yeah, you gotta be careful with the brands you buy. Don't be buying the ones from I don't know if that was from India or not, but it was okay for me. But you know, try and get the ones that's here, because we have those kind of plants here, you know, or maybe Brazil or something like that. I wouldn't recommend India, but that might be from India. I'm not sure. Hold on, let me see. Because it didn't bother me though. Maybe because I prayed, you know, I prayed first before I put it in my head. Oh, I done took it off. I prayed before I put it in my head. Like I covered, I closed all portals and stuff. I covered the powder. I covered my head, and I spoke out loud. I said, "My Father Yahweh, in Yeshua's name, gave me permission to do this, so I shall not be attacked." You know, I said stuff like that. So maybe the one you was using, God was showing you that Indian man because he didn't want you to use that one. Yeah, my cream, you could put it on your knees and elbows, and all you need is a little bit. I showed y'all my elbows. You gotta come back and look at the beginning of the video. I showed you my elbows. I showed you scars that was going away. My fingers. See how pretty they are now. Let me see if I can remember. It's glory. Well, I'm not selling it yet. I'm not selling it to the 1st of September. So don't send me $70, $75 yet. Just send me the money for the oil that I showed y'all. But it's Glory Oils with an S, AND products with an S at gmail.com. So Glory Oils and wait. I said it earlier. Sis, thank you. It's Glory Oils and hair products. I missed the hair. Okay, so it's Glory Oils and hair products at gmail.com. So y'all know they hold my comments for a day or two. So y'all better write down the Gmail right now or screenshot it. I'm gonna give y'all a minute before I get off of here. So it's Glory Oils and hair products at gmail.com. So hurry up and write it down. And so only send me the $47 for the oil. That includes shipping. If you want a second bottle, it's $30, and you get this big old holy water, 8 ounces, and the oil is 6 ounces, right? And I only have 18. So when those run out, I think I got like 6 to 10 more bottles, and after that, that's it. No more. So you better get it while it's hot. Yeah, $47, one bottle. That includes the shipping. Okay? If you want the second bottle, that's $30, and I'll eat the extra couple of dollars. And then you get the free holy water, right? So if you want a second bottle, that's going to be $77. If you want 3 bottles, that's going to be $105. And you get the holy water. But you don't get the holy water with 1 bottle. That's how Daddy told me to do it. Yeah, $107 for 3 bottles, you get 1 water. 2 bottles is $77. You get 1 water. Do you think I should tell my son that I saw? Yeah, you should tell him. And tell him to get close to God. And tell him repent. Help him. What? Oh, 1 and 2. Okay. So I only made 18, and then I got maybe like 8 to 10 more bottles left in there. And I think I got 7 bottles of water, and then I got like 8 to 10 more bottles of that. And then that's going to be it. All right. And then next first week October, I'll be selling that. Okay. The hair stuff. All right. So I got to go. So it was a blast talking to y'all. So I will see y'all soon. I didn't do my radio show this week because I was sleeping. I had to rest. But I'm doing it this Sunday. Okay. So be looking for the radio show. All right. And Alicia, thank you and Mama ahead of time for doing the prayers. And God bless y'all. And please, lady, go to God and ask him about the henna, because what he let me do may be different for you. So you let him, don't be putting no makeup on, and get you some castor oil. That'll help you. And then when my products come out the first week of October, September. All right. So do you still check? Yeah, I just don't check it a lot. I check it maybe once. I just checked it yesterday, and I had to delete over 200 emails. So I check it once or twice a week. You're welcome. See you soon. Much love.